Now let's set the record straight. There's no argument over the choice between peace and war, but there's only one guaranteed way you can have peace, and you can have it in the next second. Surrender. Admittedly, there's a risk in any course we follow other than this, but every lesson of history tells us that the greater risk lies in appeasement. And this is the specter our well-meaning liberal friends refuse to face, that their policy of accommodation is appeasement. And it gives no choice between peace and war, only between fight or surrender. If we continue to accommodate, continue to back and retreat, eventually we have to face the final demand, the ultimatum. And what then? When Nikita Khrushchev has told his people, he knows what our answer will be. He has told them that we're retreating under the pressure of the Cold War, and someday, when the time comes to deliver the final ultimatum, our surrender will be voluntary, because by that time, we will have been weakened from within spiritually, morally, and economically. He believes this because from our side he's heard voices pleading for peace at any price, or better read than dead, or as one commentator put it, he'd rather live on his knees than die on his feet. And therein lies the road to war, because those voices don't speak for the rest of us. You and I know and do not believe that life is so dear and peace so sweet as to be purchased at the price of chains and slavery. If nothing in life is worth dying for, when did this begin? Just in the face of this enemy? Or should Moses have told the children of Israel to live in slavery under the Pharaohs? Should Christ have refused the cross? Should the patriots at Concord Bridge have thrown down their guns and refused to fire the shot heard round the world? The martyrs of history were not fools. And our honored dead, who gave their lives to stop the advance of the Nazis, didn't die in vain. Where then is the road to peace? Well, it's a simple answer after all. You and I have the courage to say to our enemies, there is a price we will not pay, there is a point beyond which they must not advance. This is the meaning, in the phrase of Barry Goldwater, peace through strength. Winston Churchill said the destiny of man is not measured by material computations. When great forces are on the move in the world, we learn we're spirits, not animals. And he said there's something going on in time and space and beyond time and space, which, whether we like it or not, spells duty. You and I have a rendezvous with destiny. We'll preserve for our children this, the last best hope of man on earth, or we'll sentence them to take the last step into 1,000 years of darkness.
Hello, everyone. This is Pops. So tonight, I've been telling you about the food shortages and everything. Well, here, guess what? I brought the receipts tonight. So if you don't want some doom and gloom and you want to just basically hear what you want to hear, then you better go find go watch Sesame Street or something, because I'm going to tell you the way what's going down. You're going to get the truth. You could Google all this stuff. You can do whatever you want with it. They're intentionally doing it. Okay. There's no coincidences. Over a dozen food distribution plants have burnt down just this month, but I'll show you stuff from December all the way up till now. If there wasn't really a problem, I would tell you, but there is a problem. And the biggest problem is the government ain't investigating it. All our food distribution centers are just by coincidence, they're just blowing up and catching on fire. It's not one, not two, not three. It's like a dozen just this month. There's probably 20 or 30 over the past 3-4 months, but they don't care about that. They're not investigating that. This is like terrorism on our own soil. And whoever's doing it is destroying our food distribution. And you're going to feel it around July. That's when it's coming. After 4th of July, you're going to see a lot of empty shelves. And then you're going to wake up and you're going to go, holy shit, Pops was right. Because this is what's going down. All right. So I'm going to show you a lot of the different places that actually have been blown up since December and on fire. So some of them have been blown up. They said they heard explosions. There's fires. I mean, this is like fertilizer plants. 2 fertilizer plants this month already got destroyed. Just so happens to be we can't get fertilizer from Russia. Now 2 fertilizer plants burnt down in America. The 2 biggest ones we have. They're just burning down by accident. Everything's a coincidence. So for all you people that don't want to hear the truth, go tune into CNN and you'll hear what you want to hear, because CNN will give you what you want to hear. See, on Pop Show, you're not going to get that. So just to start it off, let's get into like statistics first. You know, fertilizer right now is tripled in price. Farmers they can't even afford to fertilize their crops. It's too expensive. They lose money. So they're stopping. They're not buying fertilizer. They're gambling. They're trying to use other methods, and it's not working. So we're going to lose a lot of crops. Especially corn is the biggest enemy right now because Biden, you know, we're short on gas. He's using more ethanol now, so he's taking more corn out of the production line. And then we need corn because that's what feeds the cows and feeds the chickens. You know, they killed 28 million chickens already. They're on a turkey chicken massacre. They'll tell you it's a bird flu, you know. So they just destroy everything, just like we had a flu, and they closed the whole country down, you know. So that's what's going on. Wheat production. I got stats here. I got to look at them because it's crazy. In Kansas, 82% of the wheat production's in a drought. Colorado, 82%. Texas, 99% of their wheat production's in a drought. 99%. 99% of Montana. It's 69% of our wheat production's in droughts. They control the weather. Believe me, they make the droughts. You don't have to believe it. There's a thing called HARP. These droughts just didn't happen. What is it? Everything is happening all at one time? Coincidence? Come on. All right? There's egg shortages going, okay? Kill 28 million chickens, you can have egg shortages. It's a no-brainer. You know, these guys, I guess they're serial killers of chickens. They just want to kill chickens. They keep saying, bird flu. So, we got the fertilizer. All right? Now, one of the organizations that monitors all this said the fertilizer crisis right now is equivalent to 500 million people not eating. Okay? So that's just now. So what happens when it gets worse? So right now, 500 million people are going to be out of food. And it's probably going to be like continents that are poor, like Africa, South America. It's not going to be America yet, right? But we're going to pay through the nose. A loaf of bread is going to cost you $10. Remember I told you that. So we got 500 million people are going to starve. And on top of that, there's a rice production problem now, okay? They claim it's 10%. It's probably higher. But when you have a 10% rice production problem, that's another like 500 million people that are going to starve, okay? It's crazy. But here's some of the receipts. Let's get into the nitty-gritty, all right? So I'm going to show you some of the farms that are burning down, all by coincidence, by the way. None of this is real. And let me just see who's in here tonight. I see a lot of people already. So we got Mimsy Mims in the house. We got Alexio in the house. Jared Messa, how you doing? Partly cloudy. He won't have a drought what he needs, right? Partly, as long as there's water, you're fine. And we got Christian. I eat at Taco Bell. Well, you may pay. It's really going to be soy tacos soon, okay? They're not going to use meat. That's another thing Burger King just did. I'll tell you that later. All right. Partly cloudy. Where the rabbit? Make sure you smash that like button. Where the rabbit hole ends. And shout out to Pops, Jared Message. How much are you paying for a gallon of milk? Don't worry about that. That's the least of your problems. All right, what is he saying? Where the rabbit? Hard data is being collected, but the expert at Rutgers Food and Agriculture, the summit in Chicago this week, said estimate 30% to 50% of the food produced in the world goes, what was that word? Uneaten. Yes, it does. Well, believe me, that won't be happening anymore. So if we all eat the food, yeah, we should be okay. I hope so. No drought here. So anyway, about 12 production plants have been burnt down, supposedly, just this month alone. These aren't coincidences. These are intentional fires, in my opinion. Okay, I've been living for 57 years. I never heard of shit like this going on all at one time. So let's get into it. Ready? Here, let's show you some. So we got Taylor Farms. These are all big plants. These ain't little plants, okay? They had a big fire. And let's see. So here you go, Taylor Farms fire. And they're going to just show you the stuff that's going on. So this is one place, Taylor Farms, big plant. Okay. And I think they're located, where the hell are they located? Taylor Farms in South Salinas in California. All right. You got this company, Azure, another company. I've been looking through. Fires destroy Azure standard headquarters facility. Basically this company, and they had they make fertilizers and things like that. So they had another fire, another problem. Let's see who's next. So this is Azure. This is the product facility on one fire. All right, the scoop. Let's see what else we got. All right, this is a grain a grain elevator in Missouri was supposedly on fire. There's one in Kansas that was on fire. Let's see what else we got. All right, Walmart, big distribution center. Okay, on fire. Who else? Here, Walmart fire triggers air quality advice. State warns touching toxic debris. Here's the fire. Okay, it's a big in Plainfield, Indiana. Big distribution. Okay, who knows how many thousands of pounds of food we lost in there. All right, Nestle had a fire in one of their big plants. These aren't the little plants either. You got to understand. Look at this. Doesn't this look like Ukraine almost? This looks like a war headed, right? Look at this. It's a gigantic processing center. This thing is enormous. Okay? Burnt. Look, you got all that money invested in these plants. You got to have fire systems and stuff to stop fires. These were done. These were awesome, man. These things didn't go out. The whole building blew up, burnt down. Maricopa Food Pantry fire in Arizona. They lost 50,000 pounds of food. All right. We got Utah meatpacking plant. Burnt down. Another big plant for meat. Okay. These aren't like these little butcher shops. You go to the store. You ever see like Smithfield sausages and stuff? Well, one of those plants burned down. It affects the whole country. Then you got potato plants, and Shears is a foods and the potato chip plant in Oregon destroyed. Okay, and two potato plant factories in Maine are destroyed too. They're not on here. I couldn't put them all. There's too many. All right, here's another one. Let's see what we got. Bonanza Meat Company in El Paso. Big meat company, you know, El Paso, Texas. You know, they got all the cattle over there. You got all these things went on fire. These big, you know, these things ain't no joke. Big plants are burning down. Okay? Not a coincidence. Remember that. Here we got, again, there's Bonanza. So all of a sudden, every food distribution thing, Wisconsin River Meat burnt down. These are all within the last 3 months. All right? Another one. Let's see. We get some pictures of this guy. Here we go. Look at this. This is no joke. San Antonio food processing plant fire. Okay? Now, here's what you have to ask yourself. If there's this many food processing plants all getting burnt down within the next 2-3 months, you know, it has been happening, why isn't like the FBI, the CIA investigating this stuff? I mean, let's make believe the government really cares about us for a moment. This could be like warfare, like another country's doing this, burning down our food distribution. I mean, what better way than just starve the people, right? If we were at war with Charlie Chaplin during World War II and we just went into Germany and burnt all the food plants, they would have lost the war, right? We didn't even have to shoot a bullet. This is the soft kill. Deborah 7 is great channel. The Boya 7, I don't know. I'm on that high. We're on the same song. Lop is amazing. All right, here's another one. California food plant in Salinas. Massive fire. Processing plant. Do you notice it's all processing plants? Well, why isn't it supermarkets are blowing up? Biden's admitted we're going to have food shortages. The Quaker Oats, airplane, a little airplane, crashed into Quaker Oats factory just recently. You know, the ones that make like Lucky Charms. You know that, guys? Quaker Oats. Now, I could sit here and I could Google food distribution. This is like a plague now. Food distribution plants burning on fire. Food distribution plants on fire. And we're going to have a list of them pop up probably. Several very large food processing and distribution plants have been burnt down. You could just go on and on and on and on and on and on. They're doing this intentionally. There's no in between. These are not coincidences. Burger King in Spain is trying to push. I had to tell you this before I forget. They're trying to push soy burgers, and they put a advertisement, and they had to take it down because there was an uproar in Spain, and it had something to do with a verse of Jesus, like "My flesh is your flesh" or something. And that's what Burger King was doing. They were actually see if you make fun of Jesus or Christianity, it's okay in this country. You're allowed to do that shit. But if you make fun of some soy boy, oh my God, it's the end of the world. So this is what's going on. All right. Oh, I'm getting aggravated already. Talking about this shit. I've been talking about this food stuff for 3 days now. But it's getting worse. Every time I turn on the news, there's more ways they're destroying our stuff. So this is the way it's going. I mean, they just keep inventing coincidences to destroy our food supply. I don't know how the hell we're going to hang in there. I mean, right now, yeah, you're not feeling it. I keep telling everybody because the food supply chain is like 2-3 months ahead of time, right? So we're getting from 3 months ago. In about 2-3 months, everything that's happening now is going to affect us. And then you're going to see, you're going to go to the store and pay, I'm telling you, $10 a pound for chopped meat. Don't say Pops didn't tell you. Gasoline, come on. It's almost double. It's $3.99, $5 a gallon, $6 a gallon. That affects everything, you know. Affects the getting the food delivered to you. So spooky. Now another thing they talked about. Listen to this statistic. 98% of 1-bedroom apartments last year. 98%. The landlords raised the rent. This is unheard of. You know, how many years I rent, you know, sometimes the landlord don't raise your rent the first year, maybe the next year rate. 98%. And 2-bedroom apartments, 100%. Now, how do you get 100%? That's crazy. 100% the landlords raised the rents last year. So now, and housing, it's very hard to get a loan to buy a house. So because the houses are real expensive now. So what's happening is nobody owns a house. Everybody's starting to rent. The rent is in demand because people can't afford a house. So the rents are going up. Because eventually you're going to own nothing and be happy. Eventually you're going to be eating like, ground up crickets or grasshoppers and you'll be happy. Let's grind up some grasshoppers and eat them. Meat, forget about meat. We'll just grind up some insects, We'll eat a can of worms for dinner. So that's what's going down. Let me see what else I got. Fertilizer, forget about it. Tripled in price. Farmers don't know what to do anymore. They're bugging out. Between Russia and Ukraine, that was a third of the world's wheat supply. Okay? Now, we had our own wheat, but they're burning that shit down too. But you got to understand, that third of that wheat supply was feeding, let's say, Europe, right? So now Europe's got to look elsewhere to buy wheat. So they're going to try to buy some from the U.S. and they'll pay even more money than we'll pay for. We'll pay, right? And China's hoarding wheat like crazy. China's on a hoard mission. They're hoarding and hoarding and hoarding food. So we're going to have problems down the road. And America ain't going to feel it as bad, but we're going to get hit. Don't worry. You're going to pay through the nose. You're going to have to get another job just to pay your food bill. What else? In Idaho, a dried milk plantation got burnt down in December. Let's see some more of them. JBF beef plant in December burnt down. A food processing plant in San Antonio burnt down in December. A Mississippi poultry feed plant burnt down in December. Another poultry plant in Hamilton burnt down in January. Another plant fire. I mean, I'm just looking at some of my notes here. It's crazy. A food plant in Oregon burnt down in February. Wisconsin river meats burnt down in February. Food banks are burning down in a few different cities. 2 potato processing plants in Maine burnt down. Is this all a coincidence? Canada had a processing plant burnt down. Listen, if this country was normal, we would have to have armed guards at all these processing plants because we're under attack. Somebody's doing this. This is intentional, okay? And where the rabbit hole's right, though, you know, we are so fat, we need a famine. So what's going to happen is, I don't know if any of you have ever fasted, but when you fast for 2-3 days, forget it. You lose a lot of. I'm going to be skinny. I'm going to be on this show about 6 months from now with a 6-pack. Okay? I'm going to be sporting a 6-pack. You don't got to go to the gym anymore. You just got to live in America. Yep, it's already been 4 months into 2022. Yep, and well, they started doing this stuff in December and January, but you'll feel it. Come around, I'm telling you, around July, August, but I think around July. I think right after 4th of July, because what's going to happen, everybody's going to go to the store 4th of July. They got paid, they got money, they can buy a lot of food, having barbecues, thinking everything's back to normal. Then the following week, when you go to the store, you'll start seeing empty shelves of a lot of shit. You'll see. But this is the way it is, people. So I had to put this out there. I had to let you know. I showed you some of the receipts. I'll bring more next time if you really need them. But all you got to do is just go out there and Google this stuff. This stuff's going to pop up all over. You know, USA. I mean, look at this. Several very large food processing plants and distribution plants recently exploded or burnt down. Is that a coincidence? But why is it we don't hear this on the mainstream media? That, like, why isn't there like an outcry? Like, what's going on? I've never heard of all these food plants burning down. I can see 1 or 2 a year, a couple of here and there. Not all of them. Yeah, I mean, there's so many articles on this stuff now. Food shortages and food processing plant fires. What's going on? You know? This is Newsweek. I mean, these are professional these are professional journalists, man. What's going on? They don't know what's going on. I'll tell you what's going on. The devil's at work. He's working overtime now. And we're all sitting here going, what can we do? Well, I keep telling you, you're going to learn what to do. When we're all on the bread line, we'll figure it out, right? I guess we'll have meetings on the bread lines. We'll figure out what to do. In U.S. already exploded and burned down. So this ain't fear porn. This is in Wasco County. Right here. They probably can't get any deliveries. So now understand another thing. They're burning down a lot of crops. In California, a lot of those fires are intentional. They just tell you it's from, the forest and all this bullshit. So this is where we're at, people. I guess you better try to start growing your own food. But, they'll sneak up, if you got a nice sized farm, they'll probably sneak up to your house and burn that down too. Yeah, I agree, Private Wars. We need the companies that got like real effect on us, like the company that makes all the fertilizer. That almost has to be like run by the state. Like that has to be like the people have to be in charge of shit like that because that's life and death situations, Yeah. And what else is going on? Anybody else got anything they wanted to talk about? I mean, I could sit here all day and talk about all kinds of shit. Let's see what's going on in the world as we know it. See if there's anything interesting going on out there. I haven't really been looking. I've been looking into this shit today with the food shortages. But they're building it up now. They're getting it ready. You can see this. They're orchestrating it. Screwing up our supply lines from China, even Shanghai. They still haven't released the boats. The boats are all still docked there. They've been closed for like 3 weeks now, Shanghai. This is where we get a lot of our products. From China. We're going to have a lot of issues with medical stuff for people that are on medicine, pills and stuff. I don't know, maybe if Canada makes their own. I think Canada makes a lot of stuff. We'll be able to maybe get some stuff from Canada, maybe. Food shortage crisis, dozens of food processing plants destroyed. Dozens. This news channel saying dozens are being destroyed. DeSantis took away Walt Disney. I don't know if you know, Walt Disney used to have a special thing where if a crime was committed on Disney property, it was like a square mile radius or whatever. They were like their own little country. They had special privileges. Like the police didn't come there. Disney handled it. That's why they were getting away with all that pedophilia shit. They got away with it for too long. So there was like, if the kid got kidnapped, the police didn't go there. Disney handled it. Like they had their own police, which is bullshit, right? So the governor there, DeSantis, took that special privilege away. So now Disney's doomed. Like they got to do everything federally, like regulations, everything. They don't make the rules no more. They got rid of that special privilege, which is great. Who the hell is Disneyland that they should have? Like, what are they, the Vatican? They're with their own country almost? It's ridiculous. Yeah. The American famine of 2022. It's going to be cool, man. We're all going to have 6-packs. All right. So, who has something to say? Get involved. I can't talk to myself all night, I'm trying to find something good to talk about. But I thought the food thing is very important. Start buying food. You'll probably pay about $3 to $4 for a box of pasta soon. When I say soon, 3, 4, 5 months from now, you're going to pay probably $10 for like a nice loaf of bread, like a good loaf of bread, like Pepperidge Farms. That's about $5 already. It's about $4.50 a loaf. Unless you want to buy that cheap, like, if you want to buy Wonder Bread, maybe Wonder Bread will be like $5 a loaf. It's going to be the damn same thing I always do and eat ramen noodles. So here we got the rabbits coming on. What's up?
What's up, guy?
What you doing? Are you getting ready to plant your plants and kill your deer?
I mean, at the end of the day, you can grow a little bit of food, but you can't unless you got farm equipment and shit and enough land, you ain't gonna grow shit.
That's what I keep trying to explain to people. They think they could just grow a garden in their house and live off of it.
Nah, just fucking fill the whole room up with dry beans, bro, and just eat fucking lentils for 6 months and it'll be over.
Eat lentils for 6 months is smart. That's one of the best beans you could buy.
Yo, people are gonna just fucking tear each other apart, you know what I mean?
They're showing it already. In certain countries, the people are in the supermarkets. Like, we're talking like first world countries. We're not talking about third world. and they're starting to argue over groceries. Like there was only 2 loaves of bread, so like one guy grabbed it and he was like, "That was my bread, fuck you!" And they start fighting in the store.
People are just retarded.
People are listen. When you go to the store, you start seeing people fighting in the store. What's next? Okay, now they're fighting in stores, but eventually, what happens? Eventually, people start shooting people.
There's no fucking reason to fight in the store, though. They're just literally retarded.
They're like, "Oh, you took the last dozen eggs, a gallon of milk."
Here's the problem. You can't walk around on this fucking planet and just assume that everybody else has like as much common sense as you do. Like, it's just not true. Like, the majority of these people are literally fucking retarded.
Yeah,
certifiable. So, I mean, you got to realize that what's going on right now, it's mainly an attack on the fucking consciousness of society. You get what I'm saying? You don't need to actually have the end of the world. You just need to convince enough retards to believe it's the end of the world.
You're right.
And then you get what you want anyway. This is fucking sorcery. You know what I mean? It's just sorcery. It's stage magic. We live in an era of stage magic, and they're just sitting here. You know what I'm saying? Their whole fucking shit is falling apart. Everybody's waking up and figuring it all out, so they can't hide it no more. And the only thing that's left to do is for them to try to sell it. They're just trying to sell it on the fucking TV. But
well, here's what they're doing. They're all becoming car salesmen now, so they're trying to sell it.
Yeah.
And they're hiding what they want to hide, though, and they're pushing what they want to push.
They can't hide it. They're exposed on every way.
But they're selling it in a different way. Like, now they got exposed, and now they're saying, well, we were doing it because of this reason. We're trying to help you. Everything is like they're trying to flip it because they got busted with their hand in a cookie jar. It's like saying, well, we were taking the cookies out of the jar because we wanted you to lose weight. You understand? So, like, they're getting busted left and right, and they're inventing ways to bullshit their way out of it, but most people ain't buying it. And I think they're starting to get a little nervous. And I think that's why maybe they're burnt now. I think they're ramping it up. They're like, we got to just fucking start blowing up factories. We got to get the starvation going faster. I think they want to speed up their process because they're getting caught.
Bro, they've been trying to kill us for so many years. They just keep failing.
Yeah, but now I think, do you see how everything's starting to speed up? Like, it's because they know they're busted already and they're running out of time. So they're like, well, you know, we better do this as fast as we can before, like, you know, 90% of them know about it. You know, maybe only 30% of the people are woken up.
Honestly, all it's going to take is a famine, bro, and everybody's going to just say, fuck this shit.
Yep.
So if they do cause a famine.
But you won't be able to find these guys. They're going to be, like, in their bunkers.
Why do you have to find them? Just let them live in their bunkers and we just go back to, you know, doing what we do.
Yeah. Well,
you know, if they try to come and establish a society,
they're going to have to march on Washington, D.C. and get rid of all
Why?
these guys.
Why do you have to march on Washington, D.C.? Just tell Washington to go fuck themselves, bro.
Well, we got to get rid of these people that are controlling our military and stuff.
We don't have to do nothing. If the famine happens, then people that survive are going to be able to be sustainable, and the ones that don't survive aren't going to be sustainable. We're not going to need them after the famine.
Yeah, I guess you don't cooperate. That's all.
When you show most of the world that they're going to need to fucking figure out how to get their food, and then everyone starts figuring out how to get food, then you got a majority of the world trying to produce food.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of like local farmers. Like, yeah, it's gonna be like little towns.
Like people didn't produce food,
but not in the big cities.
It doesn't matter. Everyone in the big cities gonna fucking die.
Well, mostly everybody. Yeah,
they should have fucking not been there.
You want another one?
The only people that are gonna survive in the big cities, believe it or not, are gonna be the criminals. The real criminals.
No, because criminals are just gonna wipe each other out in the first month.
No, they're going to wipe out the weak first, take all their shit, and then they'll be wiping each other out.
The only people that are going to survive in the city are the people who get the fuck out of the city.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be honest.
But whoever does survive in the city, there will be some. They're going to be the real survival of the fittest.
Not really.
Yeah, there's going to be the guys just burning shit down.
No, you're going to have fucking homeless people living in the sewers, bro. They're not exactly the best survivors.
Eating rats.
Yeah, they're not, like...
Hey,
you gotta understand, for a homeless person, nothing has changed.
What does rat taste like? I wonder. Is it good?
Bro, look at all the homeless in like New York, right? What is gonna change for them if there's no more food? They don't care.
They don't give a shit. They've been living like that their whole life.
They don't eat food anyway. They eat fentanyl.
But you know, like when you go and they're like, I seen those sci-fi movies. A lot of them, they do this. They show you. So you know when you put like beef on one of those sticks and you barbecue it on a stir. What do you call that big long stick, like a big toothpick? Stirrer.
Yeah, bro.
They're gonna have rat meat on those things.
Look, bro. When they
fucking barbecued rat.
Yeah, when we got no more food, we'll just start smoking meth for nutrition.
Like they do in North Korea.
We'll just fucking smoke meth, bro, for 6 months, and then we'll come out of it all crazy.
Well, that's what's going on in North Korea. You know, you could get meth like cigarettes in North Korea.
Yeah, because it makes you not want to eat no food. And
I guess the cocaine diet ain't bad either.
Bro, people are gonna be selling meth for like fucking $10 a bag, bro, because it's the new food replacement.
Yeah, you're gonna go to the supermarket and you're gonna see the meth guy dealer outside. There you go. Don't worry about if you can eat. We're gonna have rotisserie rats. You're gonna go to Costco. They're gonna have like 2-for-1 special. Get 2 rats rotisserie for the price of 1. Christian says, "You happy? A lot of fruit trees in your yard." Well, let me tell you, Christian, that's a target. You're gonna see people climbing your fence for those fruit trees. You're gonna wake up in the morning. You're gonna see 6 people in your yard taking fruit from your tree.
I don't think it's gonna get that crazy, honestly.
It's it's gonna be the funniest. Like if they ever shut the power in the big cities, and there's gonna be a few people that got generators, and so there's gonna be a few houses lit up, and the rest of the city's dark. Guess where the people are going that don't have light? They're going to the people that do have light.
Why you need light?
If I ever had a generator, I would probably make sure my windows were blacked out. So when I, if it was like a battery one where it didn't make noise, because if it makes noise, people are going to know. So if you got one of those like battery generators with solar panels, you got to black out your windows and turn the lights on so nobody can see.
Bro, the last thing I will give a fuck about is electricity. It's like it's
electricity is more important to the country than anything.
It's not important to you as an individual. What the fuck are you gonna do with it? You'll be the only one with electricity. What are you gonna go on the internet and stream to yourself?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, but people are funny.
What are you gonna do? Charge your phone to call no one?
Yeah. Well, there's gonna be no food because of no electric. Because all the storage facilities. How do you think they make food?
They make it with electricity.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what I think is going on. Just a conspiracy theory of mine. So I'm trying to figure out why are these guys doing all this shit too? So they're gonna fake. I think possibly. I was watching a movie the other day, and it just came out on Netflix. Maybe it's they know the sun is gonna let off some kind of solar flare, and that flare is gonna just wipe out everything on the planet. Not like a nuke. It's just gonna wipe out the electric grid. Radiate people, like things like that. I think maybe
we've been getting bombarded, right, with solar flares for the last 5 years, heavy, and they're really heavy this year. They're doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, and they'll tell you to
get worse. It's supposed to get worse by 2025, but I mean, the worst that could happen is it's just gonna fry the circuits.
Well, it'll fry the people too.
So I think the biggest vulnerability is if we do have an EMP from a nuke or a solar flare, right?
Yep.
What's going to happen in the U.S. is it's going to blow up the main grid transformers, right? And these giant transformers, we only got 3 spare ones in our inventory. We have to get them from China, but China ain't sending them here. So at the end of the day, if our grid were to blow up a few hundred of those giant transformers from one EMP, this country would be out of power for 2 years. It'd be the end of America.
Yep.
That's what I believe the real plan is.
I'll show you this.
I don't think any of this other shit even matters to them right now.
Wow, look at that. You share screen and Netflix don't even play on the screen. That's how spooky Netflix is. Look at that. Screen's black, and yet I got a movie playing, and I'm watching it right now. Netflix got some serious technology or something.
Just share screen instead of the window and put it on your screen.
I did share screen.
No, you're sharing your window. You got to share
the movie anyway, right here. This movie here. is where the sun flares hit the Earth. Everybody, it's a TV series. It was all right. It wasn't great, but it was pretty cool, the theory. So what happens is this rich guy makes his son, he sends a submarine to save his son. And they have like an island somewhere that it's like a utopia that didn't get hit with the solar flares.
Yo, did you hear about they're punching?
Submarine is under the ocean, so it don't get hit.
Did you hear that they're punching holes in the fucking ozone layer and shit with the shit they're spraying in the air, right?
Yep.
And now we got crazy record high levels of UV. Like, all right, so today, if you were to go outside for like more than 30 minutes, you're getting crazy amounts of radiation. It was a level 9 at a like, I don't know, 13 on the scale, bro.
But I just tell people about stuff like that because you know how Hollywood, which is Netflix now, Netflix is the new Hollywood, by the way, because Hollywood's dying. So the streaming is what's going on, right? So Netflix is putting out like movies like this because, you know, they always give you a hint of something. And maybe that's what's really going on. Maybe these rich oligarchs know about what's going on.
They always do it. What they do is they put out truth in the fiction, and they put out fiction in the news.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? They lie to you in the news and then tell you the truth in movies.
Yeah.
That's how they cause you to have just a mental mind fuck.
Crazy. They're punching holes in the ozone.
In the ozone, bro, and they're radiating us, causing global warming.
Ozone. So he's saying the ozone layer a lot.
Yeah, the ozone.
Good.
Yeah, so the ozone layer is getting right now, and they'll tell you they're trying to save us, and they're going up there putting these chemtrails up there, really when it's poison, and they're blocking the sun. We've lost 20% of our sunlight already. They say by like 2030 or 2050, it'll be like 50%. If that happens, we go to fit. That means vegetation is not going to live on the planet anymore.
Yo, okay? You know what they're really trying to hide terribly? Like terribly. They're trying to cover up the flat earth, bro.
Oh, they're bugging out.
Yo, they're trying to cover it up really bad because people are starting to figure shit out, and they're like, well, yeah, yo, if this is the case, then what else is on the earth? You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what they want to hide.
Yeah, I really believe past Antarctica there's another piece of, that's what Admiral Byrd said. He said, past Antarctica, there's a whole nother continent bigger than the United States. That's probably got, you know, it's raw, you know, so there's probably plenty of everything on that.
What it is, yo, in the center, right? In the center of the planet, you know what I'm saying? Not the planet, but in the center of the plane, right? We got, see, they took the word plane and they added a T to it, bro. They made planet. All right, so we got a plane. Now, in the dead center, where the sun is always circling around, they got a spot in the earth that essentially is always like, you know what I'm saying, spring, summer. It's never like it's the best climate, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff's always growing there.
Right.
It's like the Garden of Eden, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's in the center, past like Antarctica, past the ice and shit. And I'm pretty sure they're hiding that, and they're making like a utopia over there.
Yeah. Well, you know, people think when you say the earth is flat, though, you mean like it's like a dish. Like, no. Imagine if you cut the earth in half and took the top piece of the ball off and flung it out. I believe the earth is like half the earth. Like, and there's still, you know, you could go down into the earth.
I literally don't care what anyone says anymore. I have undeniable proof that the earth is flat. Like, well, it's a plane.
It's a plane.
Right.
I don't know how
it has lumps on it, but we have undeniable proof. There's a guy, I got a video. He went 8 miles across a lake, right, with light. And then he put a camera on the bottom of the lake on the ice. Right. And you could see the light that's supposed to be fucking 6 feet under the curve of the earth. It's impossible.
Right.
They got
they did that with back in the old days. They did that with like just regular rowboats. They did with the lanterns. They did experiments.
This is what I'm saying. You can't have a fucking curve that don't exist on parts of the planet. Like, how many flat pieces of ocean does it take to make a round Earth?
Right.
If the ocean level's flat, how many flat pieces of water does it take to make a globe? This is impossible.
Right, and no matter what mathematical formula you want to try to say is correct, the Earth has to, if it's round, it has to sink. Has to dip every mile. It has to go down somehow.
Now, here's the beauty. Anybody who sits there and defends the globe doesn't want to be labeled as a flat earther and has been bullied and embarrassed into accepting a lie.
Well, that's why a lot of people, even I tell people, don't watch my show if you don't want the truth. Now, I don't really personally care if the Earth is round or flat, but I believe it is flat. I mean, a flat plane. I don't know the shape of it.
Put it this way.
There's
Throughout
no way this
history,
thing is a ball spinning around.
throughout history, nobody believed the Earth was round until we told them it was.
Yeah, and that was only a while back. And the one who really got into the round Earth, wasn't it a Greek philosopher or something? He was like evil. He was like a devil worshiper or something.
The fucking round Earth, bro, is like Pythagoras, bro, and then every fucking heliocentric, scientist was just a straight pagan. You know what I mean?
And yet they won't show you any real pictures from NASA. They even admit. The funniest thing is now they're admitting everything, and there's, it's like if they came out and said, if NASA came out and said, you know what, the Earth isn't round, we've been lying to you for the past 100 years, people would still believe it's round.
Exactly, because they're retarded, and you know what it is? People would rather believe, right, in a lie than to believe that they were deceived.
Yep.
So they would rather go along with the lie and seem like they're not retarded rather than accept the fact that they're fucking dumb and got deceived by a bunch of actors called scientists, like Neil deGrasse Tyson, who's not a real fucking scientist.
Yeah. And, I don't know how many exact countries signed off on it. I know somebody told me there's 194 countries, but I think almost every one of them signed off on Antarctica. So that's a red flag.
Every single nation.
Yeah, that's a red flag. They're hiding something.
And people say, you could go there on vacation, but it's like a restricted area, and you're guarded by military when you go there on vacation.
Yeah.
And they'll let you see a couple penguins, and they'll let you see the fucking fake South Pole. But other than that, you ain't going nowhere else in Antarctica. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
Go there with like a snowmobile and say, well, I want to explore this place.
You're not allowed to do nothing. You can't. Not even researchers could be out there. Then
planes can't even go by. They'll shoot the plane down.
Exactly. It's guarded by the fucking military.
Yeah, so there's your red flag. There's your round Earth and all your bullshit.
Bunch of fucking clowns.
Well,
Daddy.
What's up, Sal?
One real famous person said one time, if you really knew what they were hiding from you, it would actually, they said that if they really told us everything they were hiding and lying about, it would crush society's brains.
Oh, my brain's fucking crushed, all right?
Well, yeah, but if they told me the Earth was flat tomorrow, it wouldn't crush my brain, but it would crush a lot of people.
I'm just sitting here as a fucking bowl of chopped up oatmeal, bro, after all the shit that I've learned that is all a lie. Just all a lie. Everything I know is a fucking lie almost since I was a kid.
So the EU wants to censor the internet. They want to expand online censorship with Digital Service Act, they're calling it. The European EU, which is like the United Nations for Europe. So here we go. It's starting, They're really, I'm telling you now, they're starting to really push hard on a lot of stuff. So now there were 2 Russian oligarchs found dead just one day apart. What is that about, right? They both of them supposedly, one was in Spain, I forgot what the other one was, and they're classifying them as suicides. And one guy died, and his wife and child were dead. They were massacred with an axe, and they said that was a suicide. So a guy wants to kill himself. What does he do? He massacres his family with an axe? Come on.
Bro, did he kill himself with the axe too? Like,
listen, you wanted to kill your kid and your family. I don't think you're going to massacre them with an axe.
Bro, did he axe himself in the face, bro? He said, oh, let me ask you a question real quick.
Mom?
Well, we're not going to get anywhere.
No way.
Unless we start to take over some of our like FBI or something. I mean, we need We need one organization that'll actually investigate these people and put them in jail, but it's not happening yet. So
They won't do it.
you see Disney though? What happened to Disneyland?
Oh, they're getting wrecked, bro.
They lost their special privilege. Like they used
Yo.
to basically police themselves.
Yeah, I'm so happy about that, bro, because honestly, that's a real big hub for the child trafficking garbage.
Yeah, they said there's like 2 kids getting disappearing like every day or something in Disneyland.
Yeah.
And they're not being investigated. 2
No,
kids a day.
Bro, they just snatch them into tunnels, bro. Like they got, bro, the whole Disneyland is rigged with tunnels.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They got a tunnel system under the whole fucking thing. And I know this because when they built Disneyland, right? They built it on top of a coral reef, like. So they had to create a false foundation to even stick it on top of. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You can look into the construction of it and they'll show you that they got, like, you know what I mean, tunnels under the whole thing.
Yeah, well, even like Denver Airport has that.
Yeah, Disney admits to the tunnels. They're not even hiding them, bro. They'll tell you that they got tunnels under the whole park so that their characters, they say it's so that their characters could go and pop up places and not have to cross through, you know what I'm saying?
Crowds.
Like, so they don't have to have Mickey go through Harry Potter land. They don't want to, like, cross themes. You get what I'm saying?
How crazy is this?
Well, I mean, I could understand it, but they still got tunnels under the whole shit.
Right, and they use them for other things.
Yeah. They also got a thing called Club 33, right? And you got to be a member to be able to even go in there. And it's like $1 million membership.
So look at this, what's going on.
You never heard of Club 33, bro?
Yeah. I heard
Walt
of
Disney was a big Mason, bro.
Here, look at this one. Secret gender transition closets where young children can trans without their parents' knowledge are popping up at schools across the country. So this is the Gateway Pundit. I mean, this is a reputable newspaper. They can't put this stuff out there or they would be out of business.
You know, I think they just need to reenact the Mosaic Law and we could just start stoning motherfuckers to death.
Me too. I'm with that.
Fucking teacher starts teaching your kid about homo shit, bro. You just go to school with a bag of rocks and just start stoning a motherfucker.
Well, they shouldn't even be teaching that, so we shouldn't even have to do that. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, let's see. Chris Wallace got egg on his face.
Bro, Chris Wallace got egg on his face.
The Vatican is also a dead child heat. We got private wars. Keep them in the list. Grocery stores shelves are empty. Not yet. They will be.
Walt Disney is a pedophile. Continue.
Yep. So they caught McCarthy lying about something that he told Trump to resign. Pedo orchestra's super glue stunt at Starbucks in revenge for seducing climate activists into buying dairy products. So if you buy dairy products now, cheese and milk, you're an activist against the climate because cows fart, you know, and they make up some kind of, I don't know what they want to call it. Puts too much carbon in the air. Carbon is how the trees live. Actually, our planet is undernourished. We don't have enough carbon. The trees are dying because they're blocking it. They're lying. It's actually the opposite of what they're doing. They are taking all the carbon out and they're blocking the sunlight. Zero carbon, they want to get the planet down there. How is anything going to live with zero carbon? Any trees? Trees live off carbon and then produce oxygen. It's a simple chemistry.
Yeah, they use carbon dioxide to make, you know, oxygen.
The Almighty made a perfect world. He said, okay, I know these people are going to be breathing, so the more they breathe, the bigger the trees get and the more oxygen they produce, and it works that way. So the more people, the more green. The more green, the more oxygen. Very simple. The Almighty's a genius.
The genius.
I know, but I can't send her pictures. I took them the other day.
So Obama don't like basically he did a disinformation speech like everybody's lying but him.
Oh, he's about to go to jail, bro.
Yeah, if he ain't already arrested, who knows? They may be making him work for them just to like let him go out there. They tell him, okay, we want you to go make the people. I think they almost have these people arrested. They're just making them do this stuff So people will wake up and get scared for once in their life and realize that stop watching football games and baseball games and start paying attention to how your politicians are sticking it without even greasing it. They're sticking it right in dry. So dozens of New York City teachers who refused to be guinea pigs placed on unpaid leave for allegedly using fake vax cards. Philadelphia toddler dead after his father used them as a human shield. I mean, do you think they can put any more miserable news on the news? New poll shows 68% of Americans are less likely to do business with Disney following its pro-groomer crusade against Florida's parental rights. Stock craters by nearly 50 billion. Disney is done. Done. Just like Hollywood is
I'm gonna be
done.
completely honest, bro. I don't believe like any of the news from anyone anymore.
I think Disney's done. Well, their stock market price crashed.
I'm saying I believe in that, but like I don't believe any of these websites anymore. Like InfoWars, I got none of it. I think it's all bullshit.
It's all controlled opposition.
I think it's all fake.
This guy that owns this news thing, though, I've seen him live. He's not like Alex Jones. He's like just a reporter.
Yo, the only thing I actually believe is people that I don't know. If I don't know who you are, bro, I'll listen to you.
Well, you don't really know this guy, Gateway Pundit.
Okay, go.
I know Gateway Pundit, bro. It's like basically Donald Trump's website.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
It might as well be.
Seattle cleared out. Yeah, but he's showing you shit. Look at this. Seattle cleared out 2 homeless encampments to prepare for Biden's visit.
Bro, look at Donald Trump, bro. He's been in the top of that website for forever. He's at the top.
The guy's a Donald Trump fan. Here, we'll go live in Seattle, people. This way you can get ready for how you're going to live soon.
You know how they're killing all the homeless people right now? They're flooding the country with really potent batches of heroin laced with mad fentanyl coming through Mexico. And it's killing off like 2 homeless people a day, bro, in like most of the cities that it's hitting.
Wow.
It's just wiping them out. Like one.
But you don't hear nothing. You don't hear that on the mainstream media.
No, I'm talking to people who are experiencing it. You know what I mean? Like I speak to people that are back in New York, and it's just nuts.
Florida's releasing this critical race theory shit.
Why don't you look up to Florida releasing GMO mosquitoes? I think that's more important.
Pelosi to appear on RuPaul's Drag Race. I'll go to that. What is that called?
Bro, they're releasing GMO mosquitoes, bro.
Florida?
Yeah. Just type in Florida GMO mosquitoes.
GMO mosquitoes. I don't even remember. Florida GMO. The first U.S. trial to release GMO mosquitoes just ended. So they released them already. This is Popular Science. The first open air study that released genetically modified mosquitoes in Florida Keys has just concluded. The experiment was designed to show whether these modified bugs could help suppress disease spreading mosquito populations. In the first of its kind study, the biotech firm Oxitec placed genetically modified mosquito eggs on private properties in Florida island chain. These mosquitoes were engineered to be male, non-biting, and only capable of producing male offsprings. The eggs were surrounded by capture sites designed to snag adult mosquitoes and trapped to collect the eggs of future mosquito generations.
Yeah, well, it didn't work, and now they're producing GMO mosquitoes in the wild.
Researchers wanted to see whether the mosquitoes would successfully mate with local insects.
Bro, they made the thing, and they were like, don't worry, they're all gonna die. It's fine. And then they go out, and they released them, and it didn't work, and they didn't die. So now they're like, well, it didn't work. But now there's mosquitoes that are GMO'd running around breeding. The same people are also trying to figure out how to put, the poison, bro, in the mosquitoes. They want to have flying needles, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't want to get it, that's fine, bro. If you get bit by a mosquito, bro, that's it. You're done. This is insane. Lemmings. Wunderbar.
Come.
Pops, I can't hear you. I don't know if you're talking, but I can't hear you.
I said this is a video. People are okay with them releasing genetically modified mosquitoes in their area. There should be a fucking uproar.
Yeah, bro, they shouldn't just be allowed to make creatures and just release them into the public
Right,
as
the
an
public
experiment.
vote on that shit.
Because, yo, that kind of affects the people. But, yep, it didn't work.
Look at this guy driving around with things of mosquitoes.
Bro, they're just
Look,
releasing
they're letting them out of the car. Look at this
That's what I'm
shit.
saying. They got
Did
a
you
car
see this?
design.
It's
Yeah,
a car. Look,
that's what I'm saying. They got a special
Look at
car designed to
a car
release
design to let
mosquitoes.
out. Let's kill all ears.
Bro, they should just be burning them. You already got them in the jar, bro. Just kill them.
I'm telling you, you're gonna have to leave your house with a hazmat suit on soon.
Bro, they'll get you in your house. What are you talking about?
Yeah, now they're gonna let out mosquitoes one day with a plague on it.
No, I'm telling you, they're trying to put the jab in the mosquitoes.
Yeah, but this is just a test run. They're gonna do it. They just want to see. They probably put some other shit in it. Who knows right now?
Yo, we're gonna have to we're gonna have to invest in those big ass blue bug zappers all over the house.
No, you're gonna have to tie them around your body.
You have to wear a bug
I'm not talking
zapper on
about
your
that
head, bro.
Bug zappers like all
We gotta
over
make a
my
helmet.
body.
Make a fucking bug zapper helmet.
Yep. We're gonna have to have bug zapper helmets. We should start making those now, Mike, and put a patent on it.
Bro, they got these bracelets I gotta look into. They make a frequency that pisses off bugs and they don't come near you.
I don't know. I don't trust it. I want the zapper on my helmet.
I mean, the sonic weapon is pretty dope, bro. It makes the bugs not want to come near you.
Well, we'll see.
It's pretty good.
Damn, the multiplying things you can predict. What go wrong with that? But you haven't learned from the past. The debacles that is, you never predict that will bite you in the ass. Of course. But don't you understand? They want to just say, oh, well, we're doing an experiment and it went wrong and now everybody's going to die. This is all part of their game. Let me see where my dog is.
It's a corrupted world out there. And we got interdimensional transdimensional reptilian beings taking over the planet with parasites.
Hey, and everybody, make sure you hit that like and subscribe.
Yeah, bro, smash that like button for more content.
How many likes do we got so far? We got 22 people in here. Come on, guys.
We got 22 people watching the show and only 12 likes.
Uncle Pops.
Smash that fucking like button or we're shutting down the stream right now.
Right now. How many likes we got? 12. This is bullshit. All right, let's... You know what? I'm sick of entertaining you. Let's shut it down.
Shut it down, bro.
We need some likes, man. Come on. I'm watching the like button. I got to see this thing bouncing up. We got 13.
We got 13. We got 13.
Going once, going twice.
Oh, we got 13 likes. Go ahead and smash the like button to fund the New World Order destruction.
Trying to make the mosquitoes gay.
If you don't smash that like button, you support China.
That's it. We're up to 14. Going once, going twice. I'm just going to remove myself soon.
Bunch of communists.
14. Come on, people. Let's get it rolling. And hit that subscribe. Pops, oh, by the way, I hit 200 subscribers. We broke the Pops record now. We're getting there.
Shit. He broke the record.
We're at 200. We're breaking out of YouTube jail.
Bro, what do you hear about all these people getting arrested?
202. Look at that. What was that?
What do you hear about all these secret arrests? There's people being arrested, and it's all a big secret. You know, General Flynn, he's what
they got all this bullshit going on, telling us that everybody's arrested. I see them on TV the next day talking about how they're going to stick it to us deeper. You know, Obama's in jail, but he's on TV talking about, we want to take away your freedom of speech. Oh, and we're up to 19 now. Look at that.
Oh,
Beautiful.
this ain't good.
What happened?
Let me send you something to put on right now, bro. We got, and then we got this going on.
What's this?
Now we got we got extraterrestrials making displays in the sky with UFOs for us to see, and they're just letting us know that we're here at this famine time. They seen what's going on in the world. They're here to save us.
Tommy Pinoy is going to come in here and tell you everything is normal. This is the way it is, and we got to divorce the country, and you know, there is no factories always been burning down.
Pull this video up that I put in the private chat, bro.
Factories have always been burning down. This is normal.
All right.
This is normal.
I'll tell you what, I got the documents right here, Pops. I'm gonna tell you what, man. We got an interdimensional space demons right here trying to spirit cook the children. All right, they're right here trying to take these Zika viruses and turn them over. They're gonna end up affecting the entire United States. And then we're gonna take them. We're gonna turn into a giant. We're gonna turn into a giant aquarium. All right. We're gonna take all these buildings. We're gonna fill them up with water. We're gonna turn everybody into fish. All right. And then we're gonna take the gay chemicals, put them in the water, and turn everybody into gay fish inside of the buildings. All right, folks. I got the documents right here. It's the Agenda 27. All right. 33 minus 13 is still 33. All right. It's a sacred Masonic individuals. It's a sacred math. All right, when it comes down to it, Pops. You know.
There you go.
Pops, did you see the video that I put up there?
We have Alex Jones on the show right now, making believe he's Tommy Pinoy. Anybody?
Pops, did you see that video I put in there, bro? Pull that up.
I thought Tommy's last video was pretty funny.
We got UFOs, bro, in Canada.
Where? I don't see it.
I sent it in the private chat, bro. We got UFOs in Canada.
Yo, Pops. You know, they're trying to do this with mice up in New York. They're trying to make genetically engineered.
Oh, here we
mice.
go. We're gonna go ahead. Say what you were saying, Tom.
They're making mice?
But yeah, they're gonna make genetically engineered mice that can't carry Lyme disease.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, all right. So, like, okay. Basically, the reason why like we have Lyme disease and ticks actually comes from mice. Right? Like, it's the mice that carry it because the mice pick them up while they're crawling around on the ground and shit. And like fucking the ticks bite the mice, they get the fucking Lyme disease, and then they end up all fucking, you know what I mean, transmitting it to humans.
It's probably why we ain't got them out here like that, bro. The Lyme disease. We got Heartland fever from the cows.
They want to cut the roof out and make genetically engineered mice that can't carry fucking Lyme disease.
Well, that's a great idea, but you know, what else does it do, right?
Yeah, I feel you, but it's the same thing with the mosquitoes. That's what they're trying to do. They want to eliminate the fucking Jones that carry the fucking Zika virus. And
yo, Tom, what if they make it to where they turn the mice gay, and then we can't assume the mice's gender? So then when we do experiments, we're not allowed to write it's a male or a female mice on the thing. It fucks up all the experiments that, you know what I'm saying, we need mice to do the trials on.
Yo, you know they did some shit like that. Like, they fucking like they did some shit with the telomeres of the mice, right? Where like they had like human telomeres in the mice, right? And they had some shit that was all fucked up.
Did you see the animal people clones from China?
Looking for you.
Vagina?
Because you haven't been home in 2 hours.
Bro, you haven't seen the human clones in China, bro? They're like dog people and shit with the human face on a dog body.
It was a pig, wasn't it?
It was a pig human, bro. What the fuck are they doing over there?
But are the mice allowed to identify like as a piece of cheese or something?
I mean,
well, like the mice is trying to identify as attack helicopters, right?
Well, let's look at the fallen angels flying in the sky right now in Canada, but they're identifying as grays.
Oh, look at this shit. Look at this shit. This is some new shit, bro. They're putting on light shows for us now. Now they're putting on fucking laser light shows from space, everybody. I mean, what is that, Tom?
Fuck if I know.
What do we have going on here in the sky? Exactly.
You know me, man. Like, yo, like if I know some shit, I'll let you know. But like if I don't know some shit, I'll fucking know. You know what I mean? Like, yo, it's like motherfuckers like. They're like, I'll tell you what, 9/11 was knocked down by George Bush. I'm like, I don't know what is this, but I know Building 7's questionable.
What is this? They're making symbols.
Drones?
It looks like Mickey Mouse right now.
I don't fucking know. They're doing some shit.
When did Canada get Wendy's?
I like the guy that said, "Yo, it looks like an 8. Let's grab an 8-ball."
Yo,
Oh.
it looked like an 8 and then like a
Irene, I
fucking
was
moon
calling you.
symbol.
And it will be.
Well, like one of them ribbons and shit, like for like the soldiers that are falling and shit.
I don't know. It looked weird, bro. It looked like some shit that was definitely man-made, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'll
that's
be
what I'm
right
saying.
back.
Oh, I know,
And I
I'm
mean,
like,
we
that
know
was-
China.
There's no way that's a natural phenomenon. That's like some drones or something. Like,
China does shit like that too, though. You know what I'm saying?
Or
Yeah, like they had a fucking hologram in China, bro.
oh, yo, man, they had a hologram of Tupac at motherfucking at goddamn fucking Coachella.
That's what I'm saying. That motherfuckers doing holograms now. I'm not gonna be surprised that no shit in the sky, bro. They fucking project that shit off of motherfucking SpaceX or something.
Yo, man, they do all types of extracurricular shit, man. Like, yo,
Exactly.
I don't know what they do. There you go.
What you got going on lately, bro? I see you be putting out mad fucking content, bro. You know what I mean?
I've been busy.
Just straight fucking, you know what I mean? Serving content off the block hot.
Yo, it's how it works. I'm supposed to, you know what I mean? Like, you got to put in work. You know what I mean?
Bro, you're good at keeping it coming. I don't really be having content coming out like that. It's kind of hard with what I do, but you know what I'm saying? The shit that you do, there's always some shit that you could just pull up.
Yo,
You know what I'm
well,
saying?
what you do is like, yo, I take like an hour's worth of fucking like a discussion and I cut it up into like 15-minute sections, and that's like 4 days worth of content.
I feel you. I seen you smoke up on some fucking Nobel Peace Prize winners, bro, on some internet chat. Made them troll out, bro.
Yo, it was amazing.
I thought they were gonna flip out even more, but they didn't really go as far as I thought they would, bro. You clickbaited the fuck out of me, bro.
Yo, that's how it works, right? Like, yo, man.
Fucking clickbaited ass motherfucker, bro.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yo, look, man, you gotta like punch these motherfuckers in the mouth every once in a while, Brad. Like, and just enjoy yourself. Like,
So what do you think,
that you
Tommy?
exist.
We got 20-something plants getting burnt down over the past like 3-4 months. That's just a coincidence, right?
Yo, I'm guessing Jewish motherfucking lightning. Like, yo, it's like this motherfucker ain't profitable no more.
I'm just gonna go try to move near like an Amish village like you.
Yeah, that's how you do it, bro. Like, I'm telling you, like, yo, I'm good. Like, man, listen, we'll never run out of food. Like, all of my food, like legitimately, like I go to the grocery store and all of my food is motherfucking like it comes from like my local area, right? Like,
how great is that produce?
Huh?
How great is that? All your vegetables are like fresh grown.
Yeah, even the flour and like the like fucking like the noodles and shit, like everything I have, like legit, is all locally made.
You know, it's wild. Like, when we were in the DR, me and my son, the first time we went to the supermarket, we seen carrots, and he can tell you this, and they were the craziest shapes you ever seen because they weren't GMO'd. They will look like one looked like a pipe. My son made a pipe out of one, actually. The smoking shit in there, but they were the craziest, ugliest carrots, but they were delicious. That's the type. And when you see carrots all the same exact color and the same size, the same shape, those are GMO carrots.
Yo, I literally just got done putting my garlic in for the year. You know what I mean? Today I put it all out. My motherfucking porch in a pot and shit. You know what I mean? Getting ready to motherfucking do my growing and shit out front.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm gonna get my basil plant next week. Motherfucking, I'm be growing some onions and some potatoes. I got pumpkins in the yard.
What do you mean, Lop? Primal Man is AWOL? What is he saying?
AWOL, man. Absent without leave.
No, Primal Man's just been reading the Bible like to himself on you know, with people listening, but it's like he's becoming like a narrator of a book. He just gets on, he reads for about an hour and then shuts it off. I guess he's burnt out from YouTube.
You get that way sometimes.
Oh, believe me, I was debating on doing a show tonight. I was peaceful, watching, a couple of movies, saying, but then this food thing just annoyed me. I had to come back on.
Like I got some shit I'm gonna put out here later. You know what I mean? When I'm done talking to you all, I got some stuff in my head I have to fucking get out because like I was trying to lay down earlier and I couldn't sleep. Like my brain would not
like
shut
what
off.
Kind of stuff?
Just as an in general thing, right? Like, like you watch some shit and you're like, man, if I was there, like this is what I would say. And then like your brain just rattles off on a motherfucking like you stand up on your soapbox and in your head and you're like, motherfucker. It's like I'm gonna do that on my show. I'm gonna do a joint later. You know what I mean? Because I came up with like an ideology. You know what I mean? I fucking told you all about it. You know what I mean? I'm adding to it as I go, trying to like.
Yeah, you gotta like modify your map. You gotta make that thing better. Like, you know, you've been working on the same bullshit map since I know you. Well, why don't you like really make that nice, doctor it up, make it look good, like do a little work in there, man. It's a good idea.
Yo, but it's not so much like just about like the map's just like, you know, like, hey, you know, fucking let's.
Yeah, but everybody looks at the map.
All right, like so. When people start like looking at it, and then like it's because it serves its purpose. Like the reason why I have it the way I have it is because like it serves a purpose, right? And then people are like, "Why would you do this?" And then I tell them, and then they go, "Oh, well, I would do this, and I would do this." And I was like, "Well, there we go. Now we're thinking about it, right? Now we're talking about like what we would do. You know what I mean?
Oh, like how you would divide the country up and stuff.
Yeah. The whole.
I got you. So you leave it with an open door so people could talk.
Yes, it's just about putting like the idea out there so other individuals start thinking for themselves.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Ain't that what we supposed to be doing?
Hey, did you hear like airplanes like crashing into like General Mills plants now? Did you know that in Georgia?
Well, is there an airplane crash into a General Mills joint in Georgia?
Yeah, but it was remote controlled. It was a remote controlled plane. Obviously, there was nobody in it because. They tell you the plane hit the building, but they don't talk about the pilot.
I was excited to talk to you tonight, right? Because I saw your thing, right? You're like your preview, you know what I mean? Like you said, it's gonna be live or whatever, you know what I mean? You're Jones. And like, here's my question to you. Is it a good or a bad thing?
The food shortages?
No. These places burning down.
Wow, it's got to be a bad thing. They're killing our food. They're cutting into
think about it. Come on, think about this, Pops. Come on, is this?
I know what you're saying. We get rid of all these chemicals and all this shit, but we need they got to do it more gradually.
No,
check it out though. On some shit.
It's a good thing if you don't live in the city. It's a good thing if you don't live in the city. If you live like where you live, Tommy, it's a good thing because you're not going to skip a beat anyway. But what is 9 million people in New York City going to do? Start growing tomato gardens on their patios?
Yes.
Are we going to have the Amish move into New York City? Maybe here's what we should do.
All right.
We should give Central Park to the Amish in Manhattan and let them all move in there.
Did you hear about what happened in Cuba?
What do you mean? When Cuba became taken over?
Not like when Cuba like shook loose of like American influence. Did you hear what happened?
What happened? They starved. That's what's happening.
Well, okay, so like they had a really hard time for a second, but like the government, what they did was, and this is a beautiful thing. The government said, you stand here and you find you a piece of land or you fucking farm and you put like dirt on your roof, whatever you have to do. You start growing your own food, right? And they had a really hard time for a couple of years, right? But after that, they ate better than anybody else in the world.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I know people in Cuba are starving to death.
No, not anymore.
Nah, yo, look, I already been said this. Like, yo, as soon as the shit happens,
in Mike's house, so she can give you the feedback.
Look, there's gonna be a small gap, right, where people are gonna struggle to eat good, right? But at the end of the day, I think that everyone's gonna end up turning towards producing food, and then you're gonna have a fucking abundance because the majority of people don't produce shit. Everyone's just a consumer. So when you got like half the people producing food, it's not hard to.
Well, in 1 year, people are going to have to leave the big cities then. Like everybody's going to have to leave the big cities.
So what?
Now, how are you going to produce your own food if you don't own any land?
The roof.
What do you mean?
No.
Yo, you got people. You got people in the city, right now, that are growing food for like a whole community in a damn tent in the hood.
You can't feed a whole community. You can't feed a whole community on a tent full of food.
You can't.
Bro, I'm telling you, they're feeding hella people with just this big, like they have a big ass tent greenhouse. There's people that are growing crazy hydro systems, and this is on concrete. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
got to look into it. Look into Earth, and that's just
Yo.
the people that are crazy enough to actually.
All right, so let's
We
just
do it
say
right.
that.
I think Mike was the one. Like when I first met Mike, he was talking about like hydroponics and like different types of food systems that you could grow. Right? Weren't you like on that shit for a minute about like you could do different things with a really small plot of land? Right?
All right, but
Like,
let's
So
say you
when
guys
you don't got a lot of room, right?
Yeah.
You got to have fish, and it's called aquaponics. And you got a fish tank with fish that you eat, right, and grow, and then they create the nutrients for the food. I mean, for the vegetables.
But let's say let's say you're right, Tommy, right? Okay,
You know what I
so
mean?
you're saying it's a good thing, but the bottom line, it's happening. That's what I'm trying to say. This shit is
like,
coming.
Are
Whether
you, like,
you're even
I
admitting
hope
it's
you're right.
coming because you're saying it's a good thing. We're gonna all start growing our own shit, but it's coming. So either way, it's coming. So
But
there is going to be a
good
hard
thing.
time. It may
I'm
be a
telling
good
you,
thing,
bro,
but
this shit is falling
there's
apart.
going to be people struggling.
Yo, anything that
Of course,
removes us
it's
from the
struggling right now.
centralized system is good.
It's going to definitely destroy the whole system in the city. I mean, people, there's so many stores and businesses in these big cities that aren't going to exist because people are going to start growing their own shit eventually. They're going to have no choice if they could get the seeds. If these demons don't try to stop us from getting our own seeds.
You can get
But
seeds.
that'll be the next
There's
thing they
seeds
attack.
in your food.
I know that, but they're GMO seeds. Who wants that?
Yeah, they're GMO for the most part, bro. You got to get
and they
real
don't
seeds.
grow. Those seeds don't grow in your dirt. You need their fertilizer to grow those seeds.
Yo, you go to the Amish.
You need heritage seeds. You know what heritage seeds are?
Yeah. Like, yo, all you got to do is buy. Yo, yeah, you just don't buy the seedless shit, right? You buy the shit with seeds in it, right? Anything with seeds in it will grow. Legit.
Well, I don't know about that because if it's GMO and what's that company's name?
Monsanto. I know what you're talking about.
Monsanto has a fertilizer that only works with their seeds.
Monsanto is only corn and soy.
It's not a fertilizer.
Hey, Mike, you tried to grow food at your house. Am I correct or not?
Yeah.
No,
I did grow food.
All right. What?
I did grow food.
I was there, and the only thing we were eating was tomatoes. The rest of the shit was dying.
That's all. The only things that died
broccoli,
was the hot
a few other.
I planted some hot peppers and shit, and I planted some broccoli, but the broccoli got ruined because we poured chemicals down the drain where we put the broccoli in the thing. So the broccoli got ruined by like
it's not easy to grow your own food.
You know what I mean?
I don't think
it's not easy, but it's gonna be good because people are gonna be good at it. Not everyone is.
The yields are so. I guess fertilizer gives a bigger yield. That's why farmers use it. Am I right? Why would you? I mean, according to you guys, you don't need fertilizer.
You need fertilizer, but you don't need chemical fertilizer.
I know you need fertilizer to keep the bugs off. Like in India,
no,
they use
that's
Coca-Cola.
Pesticides. That's pesticides. That's something else completely.
Oh yeah,
right?
fertilizers for the plant, right? And pesticides to keep the bugs off.
And let's keep this.
Coca-Cola in India.
And let's keep this 100. Like, yo, if you just very simply, all you really have to do in the end of the day is like, yo, you fill up a spray bottle with Dawn dish detergent and water, and you spray down your plants, like, yo, and that's a pesticide.
Yeah, but what do you do? Like, you got to grow stuff for the winter. You got to grow stuff for this. Not everything grows all year round. Like Mike's tomatoes don't grow no more.
You know what I actually use, Tom? For my plants to get rid of spider mites and shit like that, we mix up. It's like mad garlic, right? You get a bunch of garlic and grind up the garlic and hot peppers, right? And then you mix that in with a little bit of dish soap to break up the oils of the hot pepper, and you spray down your plants with it.
Yeah.
Now, as far as fertilizers, right? We burn wood in our wood stove, so we get potash, and potash is fertilizer. You know what I'm saying? You could take potash and throw it on top of fucking, manure and shit and grass clippings and let that compost real quick. And then you'll have some really mint fertilizer. You could even pour water in there and brew what's called fertilizer tea. You know what I'm saying? And that's a really good fertilizer. You make compost
That's everything
tea,
we're fighting right now. We're fighting all this right here. Everything. This is all. Everything in this is against us. Every single organization in this thing is against us right now. The only
This
one
is
you
our-
may be
this is
able to
our
take
enemy,
out is
Tom.
the
This is-
Khazarian
yeah.
mafia, if you don't want to believe they exist.
Yeah, the Khazarian mafia. Like, you know, the Khazar hasn't been a country for like 1100 years. Right?
Khazarian is basically Ukraine.
No, that's not. That's
But
not
it's
true.
between Ukraine and Russia, between the two seas. I have the whole geographic. But I said you could take that one out, but the rest of these organizations
What's the
exist.
Khazarian mafia, bro?
Yeah,
The
look at all
Khazarian
these
mafia.
organizations, man.
I'll
Look at
tell you what,
this. This is
folks,
what we did.
it's the
This is
Khazarian
what our
mafia that's
world's
trying to get us
dealing
right
with.
now. All right, like
Look
I got
what
a
we're dealing
documentation
with.
right here. Like, yo, they
Tyrannical
met over here
government,
to
say
Bohemian Grove with the New World Order. All right, they were out here worshiping goats. All right, folks, that's just how that operates. I got a documentation right here.
Yo, not for anything, but Alex Jones supposedly snuck into the Bohemian Grove, and he's the only guy that's ever done it. I find that hard to believe.
I don't.
I
'Cause
think
nobody
they let
else,
him
like,
in.
fucking cared.
They were like, yeah, let's just let him in. Let him, show everybody. They'll just think it's all conspiracy theories.
Yeah, nobody cared.
Tommy, you should have like 1 million subscribers, though, because you basically give people everything they want to hear. Like,
How?
they don't hear the shit. Like, everything I tell people, they don't want to hear it. They love it.
Like,
you have to go get a job and work for the Democrats. I'm telling you, you'll be a blockbuster hit. Yo,
listen.
you'll be so rich. I don't understand why you just don't go far left, because you're almost there already, and just basically beside the kid shit, the pedophilia and all that, everything else you're on board with. Like, so
Well, no, I'm not.
Just go work
right?
for these guys.
I'm not. I'm really not. Like, I think, right, and that's why, like, I'm not as popular as
You
everybody
make
else is.
excuses for them. You just keep making excuses for these animals that are fucking raping us. I don't care how they're doing it. They're doing it.
I don't think that they're raping us. I think you're like, me and you were raised in two way different eras in like pictures, right? Like, you were raised to the point of where like you really thought that the government like gave a fuck, right? I knew instinctively as a child that the government gave zero fucks about any of us ever, right? Like, I knew, because like I watched my entire neighborhood and everyone I know get destroyed because the government gave zero fucks about all of us, right? And so it's just something I am completely used to, and you're just not there, is kind of the deal, right? Like, I knew, like, I've never seen
they
like the government
are raping us, Tom. All right.
they've always
raping us.
they've never cared.
One day you're gonna wake up, Tommy.
But it's the worst. It's the worst
Never
rape.
cared.
Like, they at least used to grease it when they raped us. Now it's
No,
just dry.
They never greased
That's
it.
the problem.
They never greased it for us, dude.
There was
They're
a
coming.
carrot on a stick. You can't get people to do shit for nothing, right? So people work
No.
for money, right? Because it's not because they actually want the paper. It's what they want is what the paper can provide, right? But now that the paper can't provide it, right?
Yo, but
where's
here's the
carrot?
deal. Why are all these plants burning down? These
Again,
food
I say
plants.
Jewish lightning.
But you follow what I'm saying, though.
I
So
say
all
Jewish
these plants
lightning.
are burning down. So what are they trying to just price hike
Could
everything?
be Jewish lightning.
Jewish lightning.
Could be Jewish lightning.
Well, forget about Jewish lightning. Here's the deal.
They
It's
could-
happening.
Yo, they could know.
Not a
They could
coincidence.
know, right? That because of, all right, look, you got to understand, because of all this bird flu pandemic shit, right? They could know that there ain't going to be nothing to process for their chicken nugget factories. So if they don't burn it down, they're going to go out of business.
Hold
You know what I
on.
mean?
I got to go break up my dogs. They're brawling.
Like, there's
Like,
no
like the reason,
chickens.
Mike, check this out, right? So, like, the reason why we have like a giant supply crisis at the moment, right? Like, one of the large reasons is
No, no,
because of the fact that, like, what they did, right, is they took all those fucking transport ships that weren't being used, like during the coronavirus, and scrapped them for the metal, because that's what made them fucking viable on their stock, right? Because like that literally held up their stock price, because they weren't making any money because there was no goods to transport in the beginning of the coronavirus.
I'm just saying, if you got no chickens, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Then
kind
you
of
ain't
it.
got no nuggets.
Right. Right. It is better for them to collect the insurance payments than like fucking like just end up losing money
Not
because like they
process
don't have the demand for the products.
Yeah, they probably can't
It's
get the
just really
stuff.
simple.
They're like, well, we can't
No,
get
it's not
chickens
that,
because they're
bro.
killing them all, so let's burn the plant down.
That's what it is. They're intentionally killing all the chickens, and it's forcing people to pull insurance scams because they're gonna go out of business.
All
You
right,
understand?
well, you know, we can't
Like
get
if
any
you own
corn,
a lumber,
so let's
lumber
kill all the cattle.
Like Pops, I was just telling
look,
Mike.
let's say you own the lumber company, right? And there wasn't no fucking trees gonna get cut for the next year. You might have to burn down your lumber company to not go out of business. Because if you ain't got no trees to cut down, right, then you ain't got no lumber to sell for a whole year. You can't pay the rent for a year. You burn it down, and then you
Nestle. So you think Nestle had to burn their plant down because they have no money?
No, I'm telling you,
Probably had to
You think Quaker Oats had to blow up their building because they have no money? These are gigantic, multi-billion-dollar companies. They can ride a year out without making money. They made so much money.
Okay.
They're making so much money now with this this fake flu shit.
They're not making that much money.
Here we go. They work on 2%. They're losing money, so they burn their plants down.
Look, all right.
So they have to.
So the government shouldn't investigate that and say, "Hey, you can't fucking do that."
They should, but they won't.
How come
They should,
nobody's
but they have like
investigating it?
professional, like
What if
they got professionals that do these things?
Let's just say, let's go fantasy world. Let's say Russia sends 20 guys into this country and says, "Go start burning all their fucking plants down." Right now, they're gonna basically destroy America. So you're telling me the FBI and CIA aren't doing anything about this shit because they're not, and they're just letting it happen. There should be investigation.
Didn't I tell you the government's incompetent?
Oh, come on, the FBI and CIA, they don't know to go investigate this shit? Oh, they're incompetent, but they could find a fucking guy that walked into Washington on January 6th from Facebook.
Hang on, Pops. Did you hear about what just happened with the governor of Michigan?
Here we go. Everybody's
Did you hear what happened?
So
hang on, wait.
Right.
No.
I'm
saying we're going to blame everything on incompetence.
Hang on, wait. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you.
Pretty
out. Right, so the FBI. All right. So like, the FBI did a sting with the guy fucking to like fake kidnap the governor of Michigan. Right. You know what I'm saying? This was back like 2020, whatever. Right.
Right.
It actually happened. The guy recently got off at trial because they found out, number one, he literally had to ask his fucking parent for permission to motherfucking travel to the fucking hotel to plot the whole thing. And out of the 14 people who fucking did this plot, 13 of them were FBI.
Right.
Complete and utter.
No, but
right.
That does have nothing to do with they can't
in the end of the day,
they're like, we caught people plotting on the government. How'd you catch them? We did it.
Not only
it wasn't 13 though, it was like 6, and there was 6 regular guys.
It was us. It's like, how'd you find out about it? Because we made the plan.
Tommy makes up his own numbers. Go ahead, 13.
Well, like, he's not kidding, bro. It's like it was more feds than not feds in the kidnapping.
There was only one guy. No, there was only one guy who wasn't a fed. The whole thing.
There was like 6.
Yeah, bro. No. It was literally like they found a couple of retards and they were like, all right, come with us. And they were like, all right, we'll come with you. And they're like, all right, now you're going to jail. It's like, for what? It's like, for on the governor.
They got off the trial. Yo, they literally got off at trial.
Well, I think they could have hit it if they wanted to. They sometimes I think they do it just to keep us distracted.
I think you have more faith in the government than you should.
No, you do. You honestly think they're dummies. I have no faith
in the government. This is the whole point.
I think they're just a bunch of corrupt assholes.
I think they're completely incompetent and nobody's paying attention, and they're all just running around either screaming about pedophiles or racists.
Let's send a message out right now. FBI and CIA, start to investigate our food supplies because they're burning our buildings down. Maybe they could get that message.
No, like literally, like the IRS admits that like they use their money to go after poor people because it's too hard to go after actual tax dodgers. They admit this. They admit this openly.
Well, listen, they always go after the poorer people because they pay right away. You call an old man up and you tell him you owe us money. The 70-year-old man just sends him a check.
No, because it's incompetence, right? It's because like literally they don't have the
ability. They don't want to go to court. They can't fight lawyers.
Yo, fucking the IRS can't.
Right.
Yeah, that's the point, right? Yo, again, these motherfuckers here are incompetent. They know that they can't do shit.
Well,
That's why shit's fucked up. You don't understand. They
Trump
can't
is
do
living
it.
proof of that, right? He's been fucking them all along, and he even admits it. He goes, "Hey, listen, I'm taking every advantage I can."
Yeah. The government's incompetent. You grew up in an era.
I'm not saying they're not incompetent, but listen, this is way beyond incompetent. This is like, look, anybody could just look at that and go, "Holy shit, they're fucking destroying all our food facilities in America. Let's go find out what's going on."
I just told Mike a second ago. I'm
finding out
you,
UFOs.
I just told Mike while you were away. All right, during the shipping crisis, right? One of the reasons we're in the shipping crisis right now is because, like, when in 2020, in 2020, when nobody motherfucking was able to ship nothing, like back when the coronavirus, or when nobody was buying nothing, right? Back when the coronavirus really started happening, right?
What do you mean nobody was buying nothing? Amazon stock went through the roof.
Yeah, it went to the roof, but nobody was buying nothing. Like there was nothing actually being shipped because nobody could produce any goods, right? Because all of China was locked down.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I think it's locked down more now than it was then.
Yeah. Right. But anyway, so like all these container ships were sitting empty. So what they did was, in order to bolster their stock price, they scrapped all of their motherfucking ships. They just started taking
they scrapped their old ships. Yes, they did. Some of their old ships, not all.
And now we don't have, and now we're short ships.
Short ships. I could show you. You want to see a graph in Shanghai where there's like thousands of ships anchored? They can't even move.
Yo, it's not a graph. Like, no. I'm saying though, like, we are literally like, they're low on ships now, right? This is one of the problems that caused the issue.
But low on has nothing to do with shutting down.
No. Like literally, they fucking scrap their shit. Like what they do is when they're not making as much money as they want to make because like costs go up, they'll burn shit down. They'll fucking scrap things to bump up their stock price.
Listen, I don't disagree with that. If you own a company and you know the only way out is to burn it down, you're going to do it. But who caused it? That's the key. What? The government caused it. They're causing all this shit.
The government's not fucking doing anything.
Let's say they're all incompetent. They're causing it because they're incompetent. Period. No matter what way you want to go around it, the government, if they're incompetent, they're causing it. If they're doing it intentionally, they're causing it. But they are the cause.
Well, yeah, they're fucking worthless. They're garbage.
Me and you are on the same pages. They're causing it. It's just you're saying it's incompetence, and I'm saying they're evil. So it's almost the same shit.
I just don't think they're evil. I just think they're worthless and like literally don't know what they're doing.
Well, let's see when they tell you you're not allowed to farm your own products and collect rainwater. If that's not
I mean, like,
do you know there's states you're not allowed to collect rainwater?
Well, yeah, that's California. I know what you're talking about, right? But you know why that is, though, right?
Yeah, they're gonna tell you there's acid in the rain.
No, not at all. Do you know why that is?
Because of like fucking almonds or some shit.
Yeah. Because all right, so like basically, all right. So here's what happened in California.
I know with the almonds and shit, but what's that got to do with collecting rainwater?
Okay, so really simply put, up north in California, all of Southern California gets their water from Northern California, right? And so Northern California uses all their water for irrigation for their fucking crops, right? Because they grow all the fucking food, right? And almonds, like, they take up like a ridiculous, it's like a third of the fucking water supply or some shit like that. It's fucking some of
They made a movie about it.
Yeah. So anyway, right? Basically, what these farmers are doing is like they're not collecting rainwater like, like me and you filling up a barrel or whatever it is or a bathtub. They're collecting rainwater like they're fucking digging a giant hole and trying to fill it up with rainwater, right? And so therefore they're like, yo, we need this water down south. So like we don't want you keeping all the goddamn water up there in a pond where you can pump it in for your fucking crops instead of it running off and going to the river supply and then going down to feed the fucking like 20 million people who live in fucking LA County. That's what's going on.
So they don't want them to supply themselves with water?
No, it's what it is it rains in one place and the water trickles down to another place. And since they're collecting the fucking water where it rains, then the people ain't getting the water trickling down. And so they're causing a drought by stealing all the fucking water.
So why don't they say you're not allowed to collect rainwater if you use something bigger than, let's say, 6 square feet? Because a regular guy
they should just have
a garbage pail outside his house that he's collecting rainwater gets a fine.
They should have it where you can't collect rainwater for commercial use. Like,
like if you're just a regular guy and you got a little, like, you ever see them? You can buy them. They collect rainwater, like little garbage.
They're not gonna pop. Like, here's the thing, Pops. All right, like, they make this like this is actually about me and you, right? And it's not, right? because they don't enforce this law if like there's some guy who's living off grid and just has like a barrel full of water somewhere that he's drinking out of and using.
I don't agree with that because they are enforcing it. There's people on YouTube talking about it, saying they came to my fucking house and gave me a ticket
And said what?
Collect the rainwater. If you water your lawn at the wrong time, you're getting a ticket.
Oh, yeah, again, like California has massive water problems.
Right. But
have you ever seen the LA River?
Joe, you can't collect water. That's ridiculous. Have you
ever seen the LA River?
I know the whole situation in LA.
Have you ever seen the LA River?
No. What do you mean seen it? Like I haven't seen it in person.
All right. Have you ever seen it in a movie? I bet you have.
Mm-hmm.
What's it look like?
What does it look like?
It's where the
what's it look like?
People ride motorcycles in
it. Looks like a sewer like almost, kind of like. It looks like concrete with the I know what it kind of looks like.
That's their only water supply.
Right.
That's why.
No.
For fucking 20 million people, that's their water supply.
Well, I don't know. I just think that it's they're making laws. There's other states that have that water collection law too. It's not only Cali.
I'm pretty sure it's only Cali.
Oh, we're gonna Google it right now.
Go ahead. I'm pretty sure it's only Cali that has that fucking water fucking joint.
Collect rainwater.
Let's see.
All right, it's illegal to harvest rainwater in almost every case. Out of 48 states in the U.S., Colorado and Utah are the only states that are currently heavily regulated to keep homeowners from harvesting and using rain that falls on their property.
Only
it's not even talking about Cali. How's that?
I know, because I know they do it.
You go to jail for collecting rainwater.
I know they only do it. I know they do it in Cali. I didn't know about Colorado and Utah.
Yeah, Idaho too now. Oh wait, is there? Hold on, let's see. It's illegal to collect rainwater. 2022 complete state guide. Let's see where it is. Why do some states and then some states you require to get a permit to collect rainwater? They're saying it's because of proper filtration. I don't know. Rain harvest systems. Collecting laws for each state. Let's see how many states. Arizona, Arkansas, some restrictions. California, some restrictions. Colorado, some. Georgia, some. So they do have restrictions. Illinois, some restrictions. Kansas, permit may be required. And Nevada, some restrictions. So there's a lot of restrictions. North Carolina.
Well, it's
Ohio,
all right. So
North
it is.
Dakota,
It's encouraged. It's encouraged in most of the Northeast and
look at Texas. It's a restriction. Texas needs water. They're in a massive drought right now.
It's legal. It's legal with restrictions in Texas, LA, and fucking Arkansas, and it's legal with restrictions in Nevada, Idaho, Oregon,
Wisconsin,
California, North Carolina.
It's like
Georgia,
half the states
Ohio,
have a restriction. Is allowed for non-potable or outdoor uses. Rainwater is legal in the state of Washington and even authorized counties to reduce waste of storm weather control for the rainwater by 10% or more. Some restrictions. So I guess if they're saying like if it's used properly for which it's collected on an existing rooftop. So they got like just certain restrictions. But the point is,
I mean,
somebody's collecting fucking rainwater. And you got restrictions. Who the fuck are you to tell me I can't? I know people that drink rainwater. Not that I think it's good, but some people drink it.
It is good. It's fucking water. It comes out of the sky.
Yeah. Well, who would want to drink? Well, it comes out of the sky through chemtrails. Well, then again, there's no such thing as chemtrails either. There's no such thing as that. The sun, they already... there's 20% less sunlight coming into the world now because they keep putting all this shit up there. You don't believe they're trying to control the weather, right? But yet on the Chicago stock market, they trade weather futures. You know that, right? Or you didn't know that?
What weather futures?
They trade weather futures. That means you could bet on the weather in Chicago. I looked that up.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. Pennsylvania rainwater is harvested, is legal and encouraged. Rhode Island rainwater is
But do you
harvested, is
believe they can
harvesting is
control the
legal
weather?
and provided incentives for harvesting.
All right.
Yeah,
Do
they
you
give you
believe they
tax
control
breaks.
the weather, Tommy? Yes or no? Simple answer.
I don't know. I know they have HARP. I don't know whether or not fucking it actually does
But yeah,
anything.
even not only HARP, they got other things ways. Like do you know China shot missiles during the Olympic ceremony because they said it was going to rain? And this is, you could go look this up.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah,
out,
yeah, yeah.
and so
They've
it
been
wouldn't rain.
it's called cloud salting.
Yeah, no. Well, this is the opposite. They actually shot bombs up there to dry it up so it wouldn't rain.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because they didn't want the ceremony to get rained on. Yeah, they what is that called again? Cloud seeding, all that shit.
Yeah, yeah, cloud seeding.
They're fucking with Mother Nature. That's what they're doing. Right or wrong?
Yeah. I mean, like, most of this is really good. You know what I mean? Fucking.
Well, you don't know if it's good. They'll make you listen. You only believe in what they tell you. How do you really know it's good?
Well, I'm over here looking at the laws for the rainwater thing. Man, listen, like, I'm looking through all of the laws, right? Each individual states, right? Like, it's like Idaho, you were talking about residents can capture rainwater and diffuse surface waters on their property as long as it does not cause injury to others. Right? Like, what are y'all worried about?
I'm not. Who's worried about anything? I'm telling you what's going on. Worried
Like,
about
what
Water?
are people really worried about? Like, for fuck's sake.
Well, you got to worry about if you're going to have food on your table. You got to worry about.
Again,
all right, how about this?
Like,
You
look,
keep
again,
you keep
almost
telling me
every
that this
state.
was due. Food prices are doubled.
Yes. We've been
So-
paying a fucking again, we've been paying a fucking, like, what is it? What did I come up with?
But it doesn't matter. People are going to have to do without. Whatever it is, people get by day to day with their amount of money they make. Nobody's living like extravagant. So
Your generation should have motherfucking stood here and had a fucking general strike in the 80s.
but we didn't, so it don't matter.
Yes. And so now we
you can't
have to
cry
deal
over
with
spilt milk. So you got to deal with it.
No,
but
no,
it's
no, 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 no.
happening.
You put this off. Y'all put this off. Now it has
Here
to
we
be dealt
go.
with.
The baby boom generation ruled the world.
They did.
Them baby boomers, I tell you, we got to get rid of those baby boomers.
It's weird. Like, like, you're like, oh man, you have this and this and this. I have a lot of different points that I make. It's y'all's fault that this shit's happening. This is y'all's fault.
I can't have 100% respect for what you say because you want all the baby boomers to die. Like,
But yo,
die.
you can't associate yourself with all the baby boomers, right? Just because your generation did it doesn't mean you did
I'm
it.
actually 1 month away from not being a baby boomer because I was born in 64 in December. If I was born in 65, I wouldn't be a baby boomer. I would be generation after the baby boomer. What's that generation?
Gen X.
Yeah, I'm really a Gen X. If you really, I mean, I was born in 64 in December 17th. So 13 days later, I'd be Gen X.
I feel you. Like, I'm either late.
And you know what Gen X is?
One of the two. But
you know
either way,
Gen X is the worst generation. They don't even exist. They're like fucking irrelevant.
What I'm saying is like, life was really, really good. All right, for a long time. And like, it's not going to be good anymore. This is unnatural. The way we've been living is not normal. I know it seems normal because you've lived this way, but it's not normal. It's not how shit's supposed to work.
Well, we're supposed to work a lot harder to live good.
No. Food, you're supposed to grow your own food. People have been doing this since like the dawn of time.
Well,
Mike, can I get a little help here, buddy?
I think around the 1920s or 30s that all stopped.
Your own food.
Look, we should be living like cavemen too in caves, but it ain't happening.
No, we shouldn't be living like caves. We should be living like normal human beings that just have food.
What year do we got to go back to where we should be living? Like
we don't have to go back. We have to go forward, but we just have to do it better.
Well, we're not doing it better.
You shouldn't be eating GMO poison. You should be growing your own organic food.
So whose fault is that? That's the baby boomers' fault?
It's the people's fault who decided to move into Babylon, bro, and suck the system's dick until it stopped nutting on them, bro.
Yep. That's some real shit. Like motherfuckers stood there and lived their life and enjoyed it, and now they're standing here going like, "Oh, it sucks now." And I'm like, "Well, man, listen, like this is welcome to real life." You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I have to suffer. Like, I'm gonna have to suffer for many years in order to set some shit up for my kids to be able to like take over and then build something off of.
I don't want to hear it.
You know what I mean?
No.
Like if you start out and you're like, all right, this shit failed, so we'll go back to the land.
Whatever we do, we're gonna go through hard times. That's the bottom line.
They did this shit in the 70s once, bro.
let me keep this 100. All right,
it's gotta get worse before it gets better.
Ron Paul should have been elected in 2008, and the system should have been allowed to fail, and a lot of people should have died back then. But we kicked the can down the road, and now we're dealing with the consequences of kicking the can down the road. This system fell. It collapsed.
They should have never bailed out those banks and all that shit.
Well, no, they didn't bail the banks out. They bailed out the boomers' retirement.
Yo, you ever seen that show Survivor? That's going to be America, and the tribe is going to be speaking. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I ain't got no problem with the Social Security. You want to take it away? I got no problem. Just give me all my money back that I put into it.
They're not going to give you your money back. It's going to be gone.
I don't care. I want my money back.
Yo, you're not getting your money back.
Well, then that's not fair.
It is fair because all the money I paid, I'm never.
Let me boot this guy. You didn't pay shit compared to what I paid.
I paid more money because I worked when the money was more. Because I paid literally more money than you because I made.
What do you mean? I was making more money in the 80s than I make now. I'm making way more. I was making 150 or better in the 80s.
Yo, Invisible War, bro, you are fundamentally retarded. No offense.
Who?
Private War.
Invisible War.
His name's Invisible War most of the time. He changed his name, apparently.
Well, I like Private Wars. He's got Trump coming back from the dead. I like it.
But it's not going to be tribulation.
Resurrected in that Washington tomb.
I'll tell you why it's not going to be tribulations, because the majority of this planet still hasn't turned back to the worship of the one true Almighty Creator. So, you know what I'm saying? We can't see that happening. There's going to have to be mad suffering.
Is the playbook for the Masons, the Freemasons, anyway.
We're going to need mad suffering on the planet, bro. Everything's going to have to be destroyed.
I believe the revelation was created by the Masons to have a playbook for to get to 2030.
No, there's really like end time shit prophecies, you know what I'm saying? But it's not going to happen until people turn back to the truth. So it don't even matter.
Trump is the son of Barack Hussein Obama. I mean Obama. Who knows?
I'm just saying, look, man, you're not supposed to, cheap food means you can produce a lot of it, which means it's going to be low quality.
Low quality.
It's that simple. This is better. You should eat less food that's better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, that's really how that operates. We've been living motherfucking fat, spoiled brats for 50 years, and it needs to end anyway.
I think people need to start eating butter.
Real butter.
Mm-hmm. By the stick, just eat it.
Yo, fucking Homer, wrapping into the pancakes and shit.
You already know, bro. Deep fried butter.
Yo, man, listen, we got that shit out here.
Yeah, right? Deep fried butter is where it's at.
Yeah, I ain't ate nothing fried in forever, man.
You never ate a deep fried butter, bro, with ice cream in it?
I have eaten it. Have you ever had a deep fried Oreo?
Yeah.
All these things are going to be gone, man. Oreos are going to be worth fucking $10 a fucking cookie and shit.
Yo, you ever ate chili with Oreos on it?
Oh,
no.
It's pretty. Yo, I thought it was nasty, but I tried it. It was pretty fire. You make a bowl of chili, right?
Spicy.
Yeah, you make spicy chili, and then you just crush up Oreos on top of it. And it sounds nasty, but it's not.
I've heard chocolate. Yo, man, listen, I've had chocolate with more fucking peppers and shit, spicy chocolate. That shit is slamming. I'll be real. I had some chili.
I can't explain it. It's something with the sweet, with the cream, right, and the chili. Mm-hmm. It's the Oreo cream and the chili, bro. It's magical.
Yo, I feel you.
Uncle Gunn showed us that shit, bro, and I thought he was retarded. I was like, yo, this guy's crazy. But then Mims tried it, and she's like, you gotta try this shit, bro. She's like, he's not crazy. It's actually pretty fire. Mm-hmm. And I was like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Let me try Oreos on a chili, bro. And I tried it, and I was like, "Yo, this is fucking ridiculous. This shouldn't even taste good."
So pops, man, like yo, what do you think, bro? Like, what you concerned? Are you concerned about them 9 million people living in Babylon and New York?
Am I concerned about what? Hold on. What did you say?
You worried about the 9 million garbage human beings who live in New York?
Well, why would you say they're all garbage human beings?
Because they live in motherfucking like sin.
I don't know, man. I lived in Staten Island. I like Staten Island.
Yo, man, fuck New York as a whole. If that place fucking was underwater tomorrow and got a bath, I wouldn't care. Keeping it a buck with you. Like if there was a tornado, I would not care in New York.
And New York is like a zombie with pretty hair. It's still a zombie.
I don't even think it got pretty hair.
I'm just saying, if there are some parts of it that are nice, it's just those few parts that don't really make the whole thing better.
Yo, fuck New York as a whole, bro. Like, yo, fuck all the.
I agree. I wouldn't want my kids there at all.
Yeah,
like 100%.
I would never. I would never let my kids go to New York. You know what I'm saying? Like 100%.
100%.
Yo, why?
I was
like,
raised
why?
there, and I learned by living there that it's not a good place.
Well, right now it's upside down, but New York used to be a great place at one time.
I'm sure.
Why?
Why? Because it was just a great place. That's why.
It was always full of fucking degenerates.
I would love the gangs in New York where I could walk around and just be like, man, this is my
like if you went to Brooklyn, it was all Italian, it was an Irish, it was Roman, everything was good.
You walked around Bugsy Thompson
like,
Street.
Yo, where you going over there? Hey, get over
You're walking around Bugsy Thompson's neck of the woods, see?
That's right.
Yo, man, like, yo, fuck New York. Like, yo,
Well,
fuck New York.
Pennsylvania, you bunch of little wusses living near the Amish just because you could get a few free apples.
Yeah,
I want you fags.
I want cigarettes on my steak and
people in New York. I want to see you go to Staten Island and tell people that shit. They'll be smacking you around the island there, bouncing you.
Yo, I don't have to. Like, that's the whole point. I don't have to. There's nothing they have that I need.
New York is not what you think it is. It's a very conservative state and city. They lied. Trump won New York.
I'm sure.
He did. You go to Manhattan, it's liberal. You go to Brooklyn, you go to Staten Island, you go even parts of the Bronx, you go to Queens, it's conservative.
I mean, yo, man, listen, blacks are known for voting conservatively. Oh, wait, no, they're not.
What do you mean? The highest percentage of black males voting for our president was Trump.
Yeah, it was like 8%.
No, it was like 35 or 36%.
No, that was Latins. That was fucking Latinos.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, let's find that out. Hold on. Percentage
you can look it
of
up.
black males. There we go. You probably looked it up already. That's what it is.
Bro, talking to Tom about politics and shit is like talking to me about the Bible. I'm just saying.
He's wrong. I know he's wrong 100%.
Legit.
Like he knows the verses and shit, bro. Like, he's not going to question me on Bible verses. I'm not going to really question him on politics statistics and shit.
He's so wrong on that one. I know
argues
that.
this shit for fucking breakfast. Bro, I see Tom sitting there at breakfast, bro, arguing about politics, bro.
Yo. Let's see. I'm trying to.
What is that?
All right, so he won throughout the country. Now, if you go to New York, that was even higher. Let's see. Trump won 8% of the black vote. He won 8% of the black vote.
Yeah,
wait, that's the women. That's including the women.
That's a pretty on-point statistic that he mentioned.
He said 8%.
He said 8%.
So it's 12%. And Edison Research determined that 87% of black voters, they voted for Biden. 12% is rough.
I told you.
12% is better than 3%.
I told you 8%, dude.
And I bet you right now, when we have a vote, if Trump was running against Biden, I think 95% of the people will vote for Trump over Biden now after going through this shit.
Bro, I think people would vote for a fucking pet rock over Biden.
I'm 95% sure we could elect a cat.
Right? So, hey, Pops, panel chat. Private War said New York is rat infested.
Yes.
Yo, Tom, that cat.
No, there ain't too many rats in New York. Right? There's a lot of fat cats, though. I can tell you that.
Yo,
Cats
look,
eat good
real
in New
shit.
York.
Like, I think what we need to do is we need to elect a turtle as a permanent president of the United States. They live like 100 years anyway, right? And legit, like, and we'll name him like Bob Jenkins, Taco Bell, Pedro, fucking Gonzalez, fucking John Ping, right? Fucking was incorporate everybody like Sitting Bull, right? And like, yo, he'll just be president of everybody, right? And like, he'll literally, and you'll watch the country like doesn't change.
Yo,
You
when
could-
we go to vote on bills, we just stick the
Why don't we
turtle
just
in a
get an
tank.
AI? Why don't we get an AI president?
No, bro, we stick the turtle in a tank, and if he goes to the left rock, we vote the bill in, and if he goes to the right rock, we denied the bill.
Yo,
We just
legit.
run that type of presidency.
Yo, it's a better system.
It would be. It would be. But yeah, you know,
I really think the
Democrats would be
turtle could
trying
do
to,
a better job than Biden. At
they'd be
least he won't
trying to
shit
put
his
like,
pants.
you know what I'm saying, extra food by the right
Yo,
rock.
Yo, I'll bet you
Bring it.
money that turtle will never drop below 60% popularity. Like, yo, yo, you'll have a 60% approval forever.
Turtle.
Yo, this is what I'm saying. Like, legit, we could elect a turtle for president and he would win just repeatedly. Right? We'll take away term limits for president and he'll just be permanent president of the United States, will be a turtle.
Yo, Tom, what if I have my toe identify as a human and then I run him for president as Toe Biden?
Nah, you should run him as Toe Rogan.
Toe Rogan.
Yo, Pops is discouraged.
Yo, Pops, why don't you draw a face on your big toe and make a podcast and call it the Toe Rogan Show? Or you make a little fucking studio out of like a box diorama and you stick it in
and you have your toes talking.
Yo, you make the Toe Rogan. You have to have Alex Tones. Come on, bro.
Why don't you do it? And Mim's got the perfect toes to do it with. Mim can make our toes do magical acts.
Oh, man. Toe Rogan.
Yo, his wife's toes are like hands. She can
Yo,
just
I'm
grab
telling you,
shit. She does everything with her
that
toes.
shit would go literally fucking viral if you made a Toe Rogan podcast.
Well, you have a great idea, but you won't do it.
You just take everything that Joe Rogan does and just replace him with your toe.
You get a little shoebox and you make a studio.
Yo, legit. Like, man, listen, like, dude, I'm telling you, like, yo, this whole thing is a fucking joke, right? Nobody's in charge. There are no evil people. Yo, the whole shit's just a Wild West, and nobody has any idea what's going on.
I'm fucking doing it.
All I know is we're gonna have food shortages. That's all I know.
Yo, look, the food shortages is because the baby boomers are retiring and dying, and there's nobody fucking who got trained to replace them, right? And nobody has any idea what's going on. It's all just fucked. All right, things are going to be fucked forever. Okay, like it is what it is.
Mike,
There's no
who
confidence.
do you think's running the planet right now?
Yo,
No one.
listen, the planet
think?
being run by the devil, so I'm gonna make the Toe Rogan podcast show and just not fucking care.
And you make a couple of toes like the devil and stuff, and they come on your show, you interview them.
I'm gonna do the work of the Almighty and read the Bible.
Hey, if I was the devil, I wouldn't stop what I was doing, man.
And then when I'm not doing that to make money, I'm gonna make the Toe Rogan podcast show where I break down, you know what I'm saying, all the current events as a toe.
And
Yeah, if I was the devil, man, I wouldn't stop doing what I was doing, right?
You know, and Mim's gonna keep doing her thing, making Silencio hoodies, bro. And we're gonna
Yeah,
we're gonna blow up.
Tommy, these don't exist. Let's go over this one more time. So the New World Order doesn't exist. Tyrannical government doesn't exist. Satan worship doesn't exist. Media propaganda doesn't exist. Central banks, who owns those? The Rothschilds? They don't exist. Illuminati? Nah, that doesn't exist. Freemasons? Nope. NASA lies to us? Nah, they don't lie. They just show us, CGI pictures of the earth. Vatican? They got devil worshiping in this. They got snakes in the ceiling. That doesn't exist. Hold on, we ain't done. FBI and CIA, they're honest. They're just incompetent. Corporations, they're not greedy and they're not burning shit down. Nah. Human trafficking? No fucking way that exists. Who would steal a little kid? Come on. World War, that never happened. And we're not at Russia and Ukraine ain't at war right now. Starting it all up. Homeland Security. Wait a minute. An illegal army on our sovereign ground that could just come arresting people.
We got the Toe World Order.
Wait, we ain't done. Corrupt
You know, we got
politicians.
the tyrannical government.
They're not corrupt, Tommy. They're just incompetent. They're not corrupt. Food that can price, food that can
You got media
product
propaganda.
supply chain shortages. Wait a minute.
Toluminati.
They want us to learn how to grow our own food. Oil shortage. We're still paying $1.99 a gallon.
Vatato.
Climate change. Nah,
Federal Bureau of Investigation.
the weather never changed.
The Central
Water supply.
Intelligence Agency.
No such thing as water supply issues.
Hi.
Mandates. What
We
mandates? That's impossible. Medical tyranny. No.
We got
Are you
human
kidding me?
trafficking. We got
Don't stick that
Homeland
thing in your
Security.
arm. Educational programming. I identify as a pizza. That doesn't exist. World Health Organization.
medical
Doesn't exist.
tyranny. You know what I'm saying?
United Nations. Doesn't exist. Bilderberg Group. That's all a lie. That's a conspiracy.
We got the World Health Organization.
Skull and Bones. No.
Skull-
President
Skull
Bush
and
wasn't
Toes.
part of that. Council of Foreign Relations, which runs the United States of America. Council of Foreign Relations runs this country.
It's the Tozarian Mafia, bro.
Social media. No, there's no such thing as Facebook.
No, it's the Club of Toe.
That's, and Twitter that basically
Bro,
tell you what you can say.
the Club of Tome.
Wait a minute. There's the Rockefeller Foundation that has the
Social
2030 playbook and the Club of Rome. Whoa, wait a minute. And
It's the Club of Tome.
the Khazarian Mafia. They didn't exist, but I'll show you a video. Greedy billionaires? No, they don't exist. Supreme Court.
Council of Foreign Relations.
Corrupted? That don't exist. So, you know what, Tom? You're right. None of that stuff exists.
The skull and toes.
Everything is just pure incompetence. You're correct.
Illuminati.
A million secret organizations just because they want to make believe they don't, they're not competent. I got it.
They're the Freemasons.
The CEO of all these companies, they're not smart. They're all idiots.
They're not CEOs. They're CEOs.
You saw that video where I trolled the fucking Nobel Peace Prize winner, right?
It was pretty funny.
Right. Who cares about
I asked them a really simple question. I was like, since the fucking United Nations and these giant fucking conglomerate of fucking garbage have
I'll be right back. My dog disappeared.
Yo, listen.
Right?
The United Nations fucking logo has 33 sections on it, and it's the flat Earth map because they know.
All right.
All right.
Yo, they have no ability to enforce anything. Like, it's literally like Dave Chappelle said. He said,
how do you think
you know what? He said, if the United Nations is mad at me, you know what they should do? They should sanction me with their army. Oh, that's right. They don't have an army. Maybe they should shut the fuck up, right? Like, that motherfucking UN Secretary General speaks 18 languages. He gonna need it when he's in motherfucking Times Square selling hats, right?
You know how they united the nations, though?
Yeah.
They told all the people essentially that, you know what I'm saying, that this was the only Earth there is. And then they have their own secret part of the Earth. And they just let us live on one part of it.
I feel like everybody lives everywhere. Like, there's motherfuckers in Mongolia.
No, but even Mongolia, like this whole shit, the 7 continents is just a portion of the Earth. And the rest of it is for them. And we live in here like a planet, like a prison.
Fishbowl.
We don't even know we're in a prison. You got people.
There's more continents we don't know about, man. Listen, this is a whole new conspiracy.
No, it's true, bro. We just live in a portion of the world, and they told us this is the whole world.
So
and it's a prison, right? That has even the president here is in prison. Nobody knows.
Well, according to Tommy, Antarctica was explored.
Mm-mm.
That's what Tommy says.
You can't. No, look. What was explored was a piece of ice that's in the ocean, but that's not Antarctica. The real Antarctica goes around the whole fucking shit. It's the walls of the prison. You feel me? You can't get out of it. You're in an ice prison. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a conspiracy theory.
You're in an ice prison, all right? And the fucking little bowl of water that's melted, that's because there's the sun. You know what I mean? Going in rings around it. But the rest of it is all still ice because there ain't no sun going around it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I don't want to believe that. That's a conspiracy theory. I just don't want to believe that's possible.
Earth's flat, dog.
I don't want to believe it. I want to believe we're spinning around 1,000 miles an hour and shooting like a bullet towards the sun at
Bro,
66
think about
hours.
this shit, right? The sun is flying fucking thousands of miles through space, and we're fucking chasing it while we spin around. And at the same time, you got the moon spinning around us, but the fucking sun's holding us and the moon in place.
Oh, I don't believe it.
And Earth and the sun are having a fucking tug of war match with the moon, but Earth is winning, and so the moon stays with us. And it's just we're flying through fucking space at Mach 8, bro, rotating while we got, you know what I'm saying?
And all the water stays on the planet. It's all gravity, man. It's all gravity.
You got satellite dishes, they shoot them up in space, and then they make them fall at a certain fucking angle and speed where they keep falling perpetually around the planet at the same exact rate that the planet fucking spins.
Everything's gravity. It's gravity.
You know what I'm saying? Thousands of fucking miles an hour through fucking space-time. You know what I mean?
I have the answer to all your questions. It's gravity.
It's all bullshit, bro.
It's gravity. It keeps the wind in the wind. It keeps the water on the planet. Gravity.
Ain't no fucking satellites in space, bro.
It's all about gravity.
Ain't even no gravity.
I can't prove there's gravity, but I'm telling you there is gravity.
Tom knows there's no gravity. He knows
According to my mathematical formula, there's gravity.
Your fucking buoyancy, bro.
X plus 2 y squared divided by the third colony is gravity.
Yo, our best scientists are fucking retarded compared to like intelligence of the planet at times in the past.
Our best scientist is Tommy Pinoy. He has all the answers.
Bro,
I have some answers.
this is the problem.
I'm not a fucking scientist.
Your average person now,
Gravity.
right? Your average person like 100, 200 years ago was smarter than your average person now. Your average, and they didn't even have they didn't even read. That was the problem. You get people, all of them reading, and they all start reading Facebook echo chambers, but they all become vegetable retards. Where they think they can identify as a fucking slice of pizza and shit.
No.
You know what
What
I'm saying?
about the Bilderberger group? They're all idiots that go there. They're all worth about 100 billion each, but they're incompetent. All right.
I think the real problem is the Tozarian Mafia, bro.
Yeah, the Totarian Mafia is the issue.
You better watch out.
Those aliens, man. You gotta watch those guys. Toe
man.
Rogan is the head honcho over there.
Yo, it's a Skull and Toes Foundation. That's the issue. You know what I'm saying? The end of the day.
Could be.
Yo, Tom, I'd like to invite you onto my show. Actually, I'd like to invite Alex Tones to the show.
I think we should all paint our toes up as a character, and we'll all go on Mike's show next show.
I'm gonna have a show, and I'm gonna make the toe.
I'm gonna have a pop's toe. With a little
Yeah,
black
when you
hat on
doing the
his
show,
head.
Mike? Mike, when you doing it?
I don't know, bro. I'm gonna have to make a diorama.
Why don't you make a cartoon, Mike, of the toes?
No, I'm gonna put my fucking toe in a box.
No, but you
I'm
can
gonna
make
put
a
my camera
real
in the box.
cartoon and have like a Toe Rogan and all the whole bit. You could do.
I'm gonna make a literal Toe Rogan and
You can
Mims
animate
is
it.
Jamie.
I want a Toe Rogan meme.
It's going down. Mims is
We
Jamie,
already have a Toe Rogan meme.
or I could be Jamie because I'm not the toe.
What do you mean we have a Toe Rogan meme?
There's already Toe Rogan memes.
Where?
Like this has been a meme forever.
Oh,
Stop.
then my son didn't invent that.
I thought I invented Toe Rogan, bro.
Oh no. I was the one that said Toe Rogan, by the way.
But I thought
Let me look
I-
for a Toe Rogan meme.
No, I mean,
by the way.
I mean, actually turning it into a real show. I thought I invented that.
No.
You already did this?
Yeah, it's well, all right. The show, I don't know if there's like an actual show, but like, yeah, there is. There's already a show. Hang on
See,
here.
see what I'm saying? This is fucking retarded. Can't even make Toe
Every
Rogan.
rock has been uncovered.
That's it. I give up. That was the one fucking. It was the one bright idea I had in a long time, bro. And it wasn't even my idea. They already did it. Fuck out of here.
I'll put the Toe Rogan show in the motherfucking in the live stream in the private chat.
I'm trying to find them. I have it, but
It's in the private chat.
I'm just gonna fucking stretch my nutsack out into different shapes and slap them on a canvas and try to sell it as a fucking NFT, bro. I give up.
all right, let's get the Toe Rogan meme out.
You ready for the new NFT, bro? That's what happens when nutsacks collide with ink. I think one of my kids heard that one, and they laughed.
I don't know why it's not letting me put it in as a meme. It's weird.
You know what it is? They fucking stole our idea before we even did it. That's what it is. Every time you come up with a good idea, they go back in time and they do it.
Yeah, Joe Rogan already a thing.
I hate the internet.
Man, listen, all right. The internet's smarter than we are. All right, it's a collective motherfucking intelligence of everybody who motherfucking is able to fucking like be interesting. That's why they scared of it.
This one's good. I like this one. There's so many Joe Rogan memes. It's crazy.
I told you, it's not a new thing.
Well, apparently we have a show at 9:47.
Yeah, it's happened. That's 30 minutes.
All right. Apparently Mimsy Lim set up a show for 30 minutes.
We're gonna make this shut the show down soon. I want to show you the meme of Joe.
Well, you guys,
You want me to come on? You want me to come on motherfucking Alex Pinoid, bro? Like I got an Alex Pinoid fucking.
Here you go. I'm Joe Rogan. How's it going, guys?
Bro, they stole my idea. It was gonna be the big toe and everything.
Yeah, like yo, this is already been a thing a long time ago.
But yeah, no, I don't need an Alex Jones on the Bible show. But it's good. We're just gonna be reading the Bible. There's not gonna be nothing amazing going on as far as like nothing amazing as far
There's
as
gonna
Alex
be
Jones.
amazing things happening.
It's gonna be amazing, but
it's
in a
gonna be
different
amazing.
way. It's gonna be a scripture amazing.
It's just
All right.
late night skippies and chill.
Yeah, just skippies
It's like,
and chill.
Yeah, it's like Netflix, only
It's like
better.
it's like Netflix and chill, but it's scriptures and chill.
Dude.
Well, can't do Joe Rogan. We're gonna have to come up with something else.
Yeah.
I want to do a toe pops.
You might have to make a sock puppet and make him Alex Jones and just talk out of it.
They even got a toe Rogan. It's really funny. It's like a whole toe. I'm going to show you this one. Hold on. I'll put it on the screen.
I'm sure they have all kinds of magnificent Joe Rogans.
Yeah, hold on. I'll put this one on the screen.
I'm sure they do. They
Seven.
just rub it in.
Get over here right now.
Look at this. Hold on. This is a funny looking one. I'll show you. Share screen. This one here. Check it out. It's a whole toe with feet. He's got his own feet and everything.
This is what I'm saying. You know, like, and look, flat Earth, bro.
Hey, Big Bear, I'm on the moon, bro.
See, look, they got the fucking Earth CGI'd in like it is in the real NASA pictures.
Well, Joe Rogan, he really turned me off one day. I was watching him. You basically, even if you got the murder weapon and you got all the DNA, he wants the videotape too. Like, no matter what you tell him, he doesn't believe it until he has every piece of fact. Like, everything is bullshit. He trusts NASA.
Kind of like Tom.
Yeah, he's kind of like that. Tom could be the Pinoid Rogan. Him and Joe Rogan would get along so good.
That's why his name's Tom Rogan.
And Alex Jones would just kick him off his show, like, in 2 seconds. Say, get off. You're fucking my show up.
He couldn't kick him off, though, because he sounded like him. So they'd be confused, and he would have to let him sit there.
Let's see what we got going on in the chat. And we got Mike Pompeo. Of course, we know that guy's CIA. That guy went to Harvard. What about the Bilderberger? We already went over this. I guess that's all the comments we got. New York is rat infested. It's funny how New York is the Big Apple too, right? Water pie, 3 ingredients.
You know why it's the Big Apple?
Yeah, because it's demonic, Satan.
No, bro. Because, all right, so in Spanish, right, city is called the apple. It's called the manzana.
Yeah.
So it's the big manzana, bro. It's the big city, the Big Apple.
Uh-huh.
Go. Go.
I got you.
Now you know. Because, you know,
Yeah.
Spanish people conquered America, something like that.
Spanish people conquered America.
Yeah, the conquistadors, some shit, bro.
I got you. All right. Well, I think we're gonna wrap this baby up. Kind of running out of steam here.
I hear you, bro. It's been going 2.5
Yep.
hours almost. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. So
Here we go. I'm gonna tell you what, folks. I'm the interdimensional space demons right here, spirit cooking children. All right, it is what I got a documentation right here. All right, it's Alex. It's a Joe Rogan problem. All right, Joe Rogan's out here trying to inject children with his he's trying to tell everybody that it's not the aliens doing everything. All right, folks. He's here as he's a plant. He's a plant for the CIA, folks. All right, it is what it is.
He's got the tinfoil hat, bro.
Yeah. Tommy does a good impersonation.
You got the tinfoil Jones. Yo, who made that icon, bro? Who made that?
I did.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good
My
edit.
thumbnail game is ridiculous.
It's pretty dope.
So let's just leave off on a should we leave off on a good state of mind or like a conspiracy state of
I want
mind?
to shit
I
myself
gotta
on the
go
way
take
out.
like an 8-pound shit. So like
You got to take an 80-pound shit.
I'm gonna go take an 8-pound shit. Mike, you know what I'm saying? When you go live,
Yep.
I'm gonna motherfucking come in the chat and you know what I mean, just like tell you all about Toe Rogan. All right.
All right, make sure you know what I mean. You'll see the chat, bro. You're gonna have a couple people calling us the Antichrist and all kinds of shit.
Oh, it's lovely.
It's fantastic.
Lovely.
I might need some audio from you at some point because like you know what I mean, I'm writing you off the show because like you found Jesus after I made you fucking draw like 2 rapes in one show and me raping a dolphin. You know what I mean? And like I said, you turned into a black Israelite, right? So like I got you at the Black Israelite rally, right? I think I'm gonna have you say use an Uncle Tomahawk and right fucking you know what I mean, man's you're gonna be like, yo, that's right.
Come to fight as free men. Free men you are. What will you do without freedom? Will you fight? No, we will right. What will you do without freedom? Will you fight? They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom. But they'll never take our freedom. But they'll never take our freedom.
We in a spiritual war, enemy on the attack. This is the front line, brother, most ain't making it back. We know the enemy around us, but ain't know where he's at. One thing that we know is they program to infect into heart of man, a soul of fear in his flesh. Author of confusion, often offer you illusions. Some have went up off the deep and even offered up their offspring to him. I'm just searching for the lost. If you hear me, grab your sword.
So everybody, whose show is going to be on tonight, Mike? Yours or Mims?
This guy Mims is right, Mims.
All right. So if
Mims.
anybody wants to do a little Bible study after finding out all the bad news, you could go get some good news on Mimsy Mims channel. Put it in the chat if you want, so everybody could see it. And you guys got a wrench. I don't got to do that. And yeah. So
Hold on.
I'd like to tell everyone, may the Almighty God bless you and your family. And you get the link up there, Mike?
Hold on, let me put it in there right quick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to.
Everyone, may the Almighty God bless you and your family. And you get the link up there, Mike?
Yeah, it's in there. There we go.
All right. So anyone wants to just, want a little spiritual talk, pop
Spiritual.
in. Mimsy Mims, and pops out.
Later, mate.
Good night.